Living in me muse, and through me tell the story of those people skilled in all ways of contending. The Dragonlords, harried by fate and prophecy, sing of the cities they saw, the minds they learned of distant peoples, and weathering many bitter nights and days deep in their hearts, where they fought to save their homes and the lives of all Thylea. Of these adventurers, Muse, most secret of daughters, tell us in our time, lift the great song again. Hello everybody, and welcome to Oathsworn, Odyssey of the Dragonlords, here on Neon Lights Roleplay. It's episode 19, which, whew, wild. It's been a long time coming, and hopefully you can still see me, but we are so excited to continue the story with you. And most importantly, I think it's about time that we let the whole group know who you are, because while I am Turk, or Turk accented, if you're, wanting a bit of a lore dump, then I have to introduce you to the incredibly intrepid group of storytellers I have here around our proverbial fire, and I will let them introduce themselves. So, beginning, of course, with the one who is the most kicking off of kickoffers. Comrade Crash, please tell people who you are, who you're playing tonight, what path they walk, and how you're feeling about, new year, new team, not really, maybe. But, next leg of the journey.
Hey, of course. In a few words. I am Comrade Crash. My character's name is Leo Dracos, the human paladin. Oath of the Dragonlord, walks the path of the Vanished One. And yeah, I think he's feeling pretty good right now, as another dragon joins our nest, dragon egg. And so I think he's pretty pumped. Now he has someone to trade parenting tips.
So when you sit on your egg, do you try to get it on the side, or are you kind of like a split squat,
Yeah, I might use it as a yoga ball, but it's real sturdy.
It's all about physical contact.
Exactly. Skin to skin.
Skin to shell.
Skin to shell. Yes. But yes, let's pass it on to Chrissy.
Well, hello, I'm Chrissy Gritz. I'm going to play Tefera Damos. She's our Medusa Warlock. She's walking the path of the Haunted One. How's she feeling about everything happening? Well, it has taken 19 episodes to remember her path, so across the board, she's doing great.
I watched it live last time, because we recorded it last time as well, and you remembered.
Okay.
Give yourself a little bit of credit, at least a smidgen, a crumb of credit.
17 episodes. That being said, how is she feeling about the journey and how it's unfolding? She's pretty excited. No, let me reword that. That's not true. She's managing, but she is judging everybody on their parenting tips. She's not entirely sure that a lot of what's happening with these eggs is safe for both us and the eggs. So, a few judging stares are coming their way. Over to Heck.
Yeah, it's me. Hey everybody, it's me, Sir Heckalot. I'm here. I'm on your screen, and as per usual, tonight I am playing Calliope, the Siren College of Epic Poetry lore bard. Not lore. I'm mixing up Astoria's and Calliope's now, and I haven't even played Astoria in 2 episodes. What is happening? Dead. For now. It's a cliffhanger. Good lord. There's too many things that I have to say. I haven't even gotten to the path that she walks yet. She walks the path of the Dragon Slayer. This is how it goes. Yeah, how she's feeling about the journey at hand. I feel like it's just been chaos the entire way. We haven't found the Antikythera yet. The thing that we're supposed to find. So, we just chose at random the first place that we went to, and we've more or less been choosing at random, maybe not as much, but it's just been chaos, both from the group and the things that Thylea and the ocean have thrown at us. So, you know, we're just gonna wake up and choose chaos, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good time. But, yeah, that's me. Over to HP.
Hello, I am the Last Hit Point Hero, and tonight I will be playing Thrynos, the Siren Sorcerer who walks the path of the Demi Titan and single fatherhood. I got a new staff. Thrynos is feeling very sparky right now. Level up introduced a few more lightning spells to him, and yeah, he's confronted with fatherhood from a different direction. I think that's it. Tony, you're next.
Oh, hi, I'm Tony. I'm playing Eliana Legit, the High Elf Prophecy Cleric who walks the path of the Gifted One. Had a weird, interesting talk with Spirit last time. Real ominous and, spooky, so who knows? Turk knows, but who knows?
Yes.
So, speaking of, we will move to him so we can get this party started.
Okay, I guess if you want to actually play the game or whatever. I just want to hang out with my friends. That's all I want to do. But yeah, last we left our heroes, they were on Fire Island, not Butthole Island, as some people erroneously called it. Not to name names, which I won't, Chrissy. But they had a big fight in a caldera, a volcano, if you will. It was, I feel like I vacillated between the two terms, but, a big epic showdown against King Jankor, the Lizard King. And in addition to dethroning, oh my god. Sorry, I saw something in the chat. Oh boy. No, but in addition to dethroning the usurper and putting the rightful Queen Vitha on the throne, they also got a new buddy, Saros the Jenkin, who replaced his father on the ship, offering to create a mechanical creature of the party's choice, as he's very particularly adept at that, and basically already kind of settled the one thing he was worrying about, getting his dad out of Amazon prison. And so his father takes his place in the heart of the volcano, working for Queen Vitha. And, you now have another talented and motivated Jenkin on your side. But the decision was made last time to sail to the Golden Heart, perhaps captivated by its brightly shining star in the sky, perhaps just called, as all are called to an island associated so heavily with the legends and the heart of Thylea itself. But you sail now. All of you, you were told it should be about a day's journey. And, well, as is typical with the inner region here on the smaller islands that you've been bouncing around, the waters are pleasant. Your ship cuts through it with precision along its guided path that Captain Menestokos is quite proficient at keeping everything moving and lines pulled and keeping your crew organized for you in your absence. What do you all up to? That sounds about right.
Just chilling.
Well, I suppose Thrynos would dig around for, I don't know, straw or something from somewhere.
There was mention of Pythor helping to create a actual kind of, I guess you can call it like a nursery, but like
Right.
a nursery in the sense that there's a lot of like cradle setups for eggs and it appears various methods. Like he's taken some storage pictures and worked some metal plating from various equipment you didn't really need, literally, punching it into shape to create these containers, such that, if you have a dragon egg that needs to be soaked in water, it can hold water. If you need to be soaked in lava, you can pour lava in there. He seems, again, like I said, particularly adept at dragon husbandry, I guess it's called, or dragon parentage. Either way, however you define and view that. He is, while you were out fighting King Jankor, he was back here setting up a little nursery thing. So if you want to set down some hay into your container and set the egg down until you figure out what's going on, yeah.
I will stand by one of the containers, and I will look up through the floorboards of the ship toward where the crow's nest is.
Mm.
And then I'll look over at Pythor. I'll say, I'm very sorry. It must be a paternal instinct of some kind, but could we move that up to the crow's nest?
Oh, well, it'd be a little dangerous should the mast be hit, but I don't see any problem. And he'll just kind of go down to the one he has for you, slide his fingers behind between it and the wall he hasn't nailed down to, and just kind of detach it with a quick jerk, and then put the container up. I'll meet you up there, or
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks.
Perfect.
Yep, and I will set up shop in the crow's nest.
Mm-hmm. The lookout is just like, as you get up there, and Pythor's basically carrying what he sees as a very big crate. He's like, "Oh, I don't need another sitting spot. I'm very happy with the bucket I have."
We're gonna have to move your bucket. I need a little bit more space.
I understand. And he shifts the bucket to the side just to provide a little bit of room, and as Pythor just comes in, basically punches in nails, and then goes off the other side of the crow's nest. Which is now between you, the Lookout's bucket, and Pythor, god of strength and battle, quite crowded. As he's just going to kind of smack the nails down to curve them in to the wood.
Thank you.
Of course. Anything else you need?
No, I think I'm good for now. I appreciate it.
Sure. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go. Holler if you need anything. He puts a quick hand on your shoulder, and almost like your shoulder's hot, just kind of walks away, or rather, hops down onto the rigging and climbs down.
I mean, I'm gonna sit on it. That's just kind of.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta.
That's what she said. As soon as Defera sees that happening, she's going to turn to Calliope. Do you think he's going to hit him while they're up there? What do you think the likelihood of him pushing him off of there is?
Which ones do you mean?
Off of the thing, and she's gonna point up to where Threnos is.
Yes, but the lookout pushing Threnos off. I don't know. Accidents happen.
But his Threnos is anger. Do you think it's subdued a little bit? He seems less angry since we just talked about the big thing.
I agree. I don't know. I was just thinking about that. The conversation that we had before the last bout on land and off the boat. First time I've seen him unsure of something about himself in a while.
Interesting. I don't know. Just thought I'd ask. But I mean,
That's oddly cryptic.
No, genuinely, just asking. I think it's interesting. He has a dragon egg now. He's like a dad. Wild, right?
It's wild. Apparently, we're all going to be parents of dragons.
Do we have to do that, by the way? Is that, like, mandatory?
I mean, I feel like it's part of the prophecy, yes?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking about this whole thing. It just feels wild sometimes when I think about it, you know? Like, we only have a handful of days left, it feels like. We're just out here collecting eggs.
Collecting eggs, still trying to find a magical artifact that'll let us go further out to where we need to be. We still don't know. We still don't know where the Antikythera is.
Nope. Just, you know, sometimes I think about these things. I think about how we haven't quite sorted out too much. But we have sorted out some? Question mark?
Like we've sorted out quite a bit. I mean, I feel like we had to learn for ourselves with our own eyes, seeing the history of this place unfold before us, and no one else in higher power was going to really tell us what actually happened.
Yeah, that's true.
Found the Ultros, which apparently was lost to time. Come a long way, but there's still a lot more to go.
Where are we heading now again? Do you remember?
I think according to Eliana, the next place that we wanted to go was the Golden Heart. Whatever that means. I don't really know much other than the name.
Mm-hmm. She's going to uncharacteristically, like, put her one arm around you.
Okay.
Thanks for practicing this friendship thing, because I'm really not good at it. And she's gonna kind of boop your other arm like a buddy, and then very quickly walk away.
Okay, it's like, yeah, Calliope would probably, just kind of lean into it, and then you just go, and it's like, okay. We'll see you around then.
I can't believe it. This entire ship is full of awkward people.
It's great.
The side-eye Tanic. The iceberg is a full-on emotional conversation that you have to have out of nowhere without being able to mentally prepare for it.
Imagine.
Your parents are calling out of nowhere ahead. Anyway.
Send a voicemail.
Send voice.
Hard to voicemail. Hard to voicemail.
We swiped left on the sound screen. The new layout. Anyway, anyone else have anything in particular they're doing for tonight? All right. Well, the night passes without issue. You awaken to a red sky, which, of course, means only good things in nautical terms. But you will, of course, also note that in the very distance you see a kind of, it's like morning and you're getting the sun. At the same time, there does seem to be a kind of oncoming storm, coming just kind of in general where you're heading. It doesn't seem like you can kind of pitch, go one way or the other around it. It's kind of one of those wide bands of cloud cover that darkens the early morning horizon as you're all coming to.
Ominous and inevitable. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, unless you drastically change course, which, oh boy, I sure hope you don't, because then we'd really be playing off the seat of my pants. You might have to go through whatever the storm is. Though you are aboard the Ultros, which was specifically enchanted and blessed to not be able to be sunk by the direct intervention of Sidon. As long as you had a crew manning it. I mean, I suppose empty ship on the water, and it's like, oh, magic, cool. No one's there to write it. But, yeah.
I mean, depending, how much time do you think we have before we kind of hit that point?
I'd say that if you were to ask your captain or other crew members, it's kind of hard to judge how tough that storm is even going to be. It might just be clouds at this distance. But I'd say, given your pace, and even if you want to reach the Golden Heart by a reasonable hour today, well, you'd probably be getting there in an hour or so. The crew will get a little bit of a morning row in and try to give themselves some speed, especially as they're going to be hitting some wind pushing in the opposite direction.
Okay, good to know. Because I know how fast the storms can change, but I might have something for that, but it would take me a bit to prepare. So if I don't know, if any folks give me, I don't know, about a 10-minute heads up if they think something looks fishy, just let me know.
Sure
You
thing.
mean, like, say, the person in the crow's nest watching the everything
I'm
happening?
not paying attention right now.
Oh, okay. Check.
Only stare at egg.
People are, sailors are about their business. They know what dark clouds on the horizon means, even if they've never really sailed out this far before. Honestly, more than anything, you're getting a sense of the crew's really eager to actually cut through this storm because they've heard incredible things about the Golden Heart. You know, like the Dragonlords of Mitros have flown out dragons to there, and they came back with a golden ram skin. Which, whoa. Crazy. Cool. Neat. In fashion, constantly. 2024, the year we bring back wearing animal skin that you've personally sought out and traveled half the world around to find. Only mythological, though. And only because it has to be a wedding gift to your uncle who wishes to see you dead so he can rightfully claim the throne. Jason the Argonauts is a wild fucking book.
There are easier ways to kill someone.
It's a lot easier. The problem is Jason's a Giga Chat. But no,
As we start moving, it's the next morning.
yeah.
Okay.
You got a full rest. Basically.
I'm gonna do the thing that I've been trying to do, but have done it wrong every time I've tried to do it. Because I'm reading how to do it now. Look at that.
Yeah.
You cast one divination spell without expending a spell slot immediately after completing a long rest. I'm going to gain my temporary hit points, and then I'm going to cast the spell Augury.
Interesting. And what does that do for the class?
The DM chooses... Okay. You receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. The DM chooses the following possible omens. Wheel, woe, wheel, and woe, nothing. The spell doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that might change, and I can send it to you in a private message, because there are a lot more words after that.
Okay. Yeah, well, I think I understand. You're going to ask another worldly entity what this course of action, if it's going to be good or bad, and it's going to give you a general vibe.
Correct.
Is that about the long and the short? All right, cool.
I would like the real general vibe about the impending storm. Not the, jazzed up sailor vibe.
So, you want to know if sailing into the storm will be wheel or woe?
Yes.
Okay. See, this is the thing. Because it's very tempting to say wheel and woe.
Feels like a fucking cop-out, but okay.
But exactly, that's the thing, though. I think searching for an answer on this in particular,
Mhm.
you absolutely get this, like... I'll say it like this. It's whoa, but like a light whoa. Whoa. I'm like, whoa. Like, whoa.
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 Oh!
All right. I'll make sure I at least tell Calliope that, just in case. We're like thinking like light bad. Not like super
Okay.
bad, but like diet bad.
Diet bat. Got it.
Brand diet bad.
That's all that I would specifically like to do. That I've never gotten right in all of the games we've played.
You're
Thanks.
doing great.
Anyone else?
I think Calliope would probably approach Eliana. I think in the morning. Just to, check in and say, so it sounds like we're going to the Golden Heart, kind of as our navigator. I was just wondering if there was any particular reason we're going there.
I had a slight... I'm trying to think of the word. Inclination to head that way once I heard what it could be about.
Oh. I mean, that sounds important. Does it have to do with the prophecy at all? I'm sorry, I'm just not really familiar with this place.
I'm not sure. As much as I can see as a seer, the future, I'm unlike Leo's former oracle friend. It's not as clear to me necessarily, especially such a grand design with so many variables. And it came to me from a different source, so to speak.
It's interesting, and honestly, I probably should have asked long before now. I don't think I entirely know about your abilities or where you draw your power from.
I don't really talk about it. Most of the time, I was I was consulted by generals or people wanting to know, the future. And I could give advice, given time and preparation. My abilities, my magic, comes from a mixture of faith and dedication to the Five, from how I understand it. As much as I have been a little hard on a specific individual, as she kind of would have maybe perhaps side-eyed, his name escapes me off the top of my head.
Pythor.
If he's on deck.
It's working. He's busy.
He's busy. He's busy. It's
He's
fine.
busy. And sometimes this kind of looking into the future takes its toll.
Probably are things we're not supposed to know. Not until they happen.
And she'll give kind of like a glance away, holding self, like, yeah. a bit. Some people don't understand that as much as I can tell them the future that I see, they can change it. It's not set in stone. It's something you have to follow through with if you want to see it.
Really beautifully put. And I think as hard as a couple of us have been on Pythor, I think it's helped him out a lot. No, he seems in pretty good spirits, right? He made the I guess an incubator. It kind of looks like an incubator. That's what I'm gonna call it.
I've noticed. Which was a little surprising. I did not know he was into carpentry.
It's a midlife crisis.
Right? He doesn't have drinking to go to anymore.
How do you have a midlife crisis if you're like, aren't they immortal? They're gods.
So I guess any time's the right time.
Yeah, the equivalent.
Okay.
Dad stopped drinking, now he won't stop making things.
Although it is giving me a sense of needing to figure out things sooner. With having a second egg, how to hatch them, and if we do, they're going to be babies.
Yeah.
So
It's like, how fast do they grow? Like, do they really, become adults within like however many days are left in the Oath of Peace? Like, I don't quite understand.
I'm not sure myself, but I know they typically, as a long-lived species, they take a while to grow to their immense size. To even a rideable size would take probably decades, I would assume.
You both can make me history checks.
I would love to do that. I'm not very good at it.
I would like to not do that.
History or Arcana, I guess, could also work. If you want to swap that out, if it's a better thing for you.
It's not better for me.
Okay.
I'll take that 18.
So, Eliana, with your 12, you'd know that, dragons here seem to have, some weird qualities going on to them, at least the ones that are written by the Dragonlords of past and current. Calliope, you would recall from, some old stories and discussions on epics of the Dragonlords, that the kind of bond magic that exists between dragon and rider, sort of think of it. It's like Dragonheart. I'm sorry, I was trying to think of anything else like this is, but there's a kind of exchange whereby swearing your life to dragon can kind of help extend your life for several reasons. While at the same time, that growth period for a dragon can be much faster depending on the level of trust, or how much is put into that oath. Say you're Leo, who is a full sworn Dragonlord of the past, it knows should know the tenets, might remember them eventually one day, but is able, has that mental space and will of mind and heart and personality to kind of I'm gonna fully throw myself in, and we're gonna be the best buddies who have ever existed, and we're gonna bond for life. That might lead to a drastic growth spurt, basically, to a certain level.
Does the same apply for hatching it? How do you hatch the egg?
It takes time and effort, and kind of, again, it's that establishment of bond, and you have to know more, because unfortunately a lot of the writings of the Dragonlords have been kind of lost or not well written of, because they came from a different place, and then it was the wars and then they were petering out and eventually turned to the enemy and became the Order of Sidon. So will you have full-grown dragons at your side to when the Oath of Peace ends? It's hard to say. Maybe.
Maybe. I'll explain that. Essentially this is by the power of friendship.
Well, you know, even the gods are bound by oaths and prophecies, and so clearly there's some unique magic here that defies the other, I guess the other places that Dragonlord would pull from. That is to say, of course, that there can't exist that growth period afterward, but I don't know. Icarus seemed like an immature bastard when you were back at the capital.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a full-grown dragon.
Yeah, well, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
There you go. So yeah.
Such is the mind of Calliope. I feel like we just went into her brain as we're calling all of this.
Exactly, but
Icarus,
yeah,
doesn't fall far from the tree. Get the sass in there.
But yeah, you don't know. Meantime, though, Manastokis is calling for the oars to be pulled in and the sails to be let out briefly because the wind is starting to pull in towards the storm here. And that's ever growing closer. Let me hit y'all with the light rain.
Ooh.
As you can hear it collecting and clapping down on the waters in front of you. Anyone doing anything before you hit the storm?
Thrynos glares at the sky and hunkers down.
Are you still up in the crow's nest, basically?
Yeah, it's an instinct for now, yeah.
All right. Highest point in the ship. Surely nothing can go wrong.
Surely nothing. Thronos, do you need something to keep you dry up there? You're just up there.
His head pops over, and his long hair, now soaked, is just dangling down.
We're not going to do a callback from all those episodes before where you use control water to be like.
True. The tree.
Yes. The
They're almost died.
You got better.
I totally did die, but I got better.
Yeah, Thrynos will big spoon the egg and use shape water to have an umbrella over the top of a 5-foot thing over his head constantly. And some of it is definitely pouring off of the makeshift umbrella right onto the lookout's head.
Mm-hmm. He swapped over and put the bucket over his head as a helmet of sorts, just to protect against the excess rainwater. But then it realizes that's pretty fruitless, so he'll just stand up and move aside and just end up and realize he's gonna get wet one way or the other. Soon, though, the sky completely darkens around you as the wind increases and grows. The ship's sails completely fill, and you get this rush of energy as the ship kind of lurches almost as it catches the shifting breeze and pulls forward into the storm. Captain Manastogos, for his worth, is calling for, full battening down of all hatches and other things to prepare for this. And seems to, even looking at this, be a little worried. He's clearly not projecting any kind of fear. It's good for crew morale, even if your captain's a ghost. He's not technically the captain, but even if your helmsman is a ghost, and he probably knows deep down he can't die. Again, he still like at the helm has less of that cheerful face as he looks to his as his ghostly seagull companion, and will kind of nudge ahead, motioning in what may be familiar for some of you who remember Session 0, so that for the bird to start leading the way through the storm. Anything anyone else was doing to help prepare the ship to go through the storm?
Oh, for the sake of being useful, Thranos is keeping rain off the lookout so that it's easier for him to look out.
Oh, I'm so tempted. I could. I don't know when I'm gonna have the opportunity to, because it takes so fucking long to cast.
What is that?
The Boreal Harp lets me cast Control Weather.
Do it. I want you to do this. I'm in full support of you doing this.
Yeah, my gut is telling me to do that.
The weather is continuing to darken around you, and at this point...
Pythor's just butthurt. We stopped his lizard people from their
Pythor?
time.
Sidon?
Jesus Christ. Oh, smooth brain time. Anyway, Sidon is butthurt. My bad.
Well, it's at this point that the storm is truly well on around you, and the waves now crash towards your ship. You find you breaking the first one, which is an interesting jostle, as for the first time the Mighty Ultros has to climb a wave, which, for a triple-decker ship is pretty fucking bad, just as a sign in general of how this is going to continue to shake out. The crew around you are, stifled and shaken and scared. Already things are jostling and moving around, and the feeling of the of the crew has rapidly shifted to looking for orders, commands, and guidance, additional aid.
Yeah, I'm gonna start casting it. I'm gonna repressing the Control Weather button.
Alright, how long does that take to cast?
It takes 10 minutes to cast.
Alright, Ivy, where are you doing this?
I mean, is there a spot that I can hunker down, keep concentrating on casting the spell?
You can get back to your cabins. Those are pretty waterproofed and below deck. You can get below deck. I don't know if you need to see the sky, but if you get down to the captain's quarters or your personal places to rest,
I gotta be outdoors.
Then you could tie yourself to a railing up near the helm and hope that you can hold your you can keep holding your breath while you play.
Yep. Well, okay, that's actually interesting. Hold on, I think that's a feature. Never mind. I thought that. Oh yeah. Additionally, your powerful lungs allow you to hold your breath for up to an hour.
There you go.
Interesting siren traits.
I feel like sirens would hate swimming.
I think it's more so you're able to sing and talk, because it's part of the enthralling voice thing where you have advantage on performance and persuasion checks with your voice. So maybe that's it. Yeah, I'm ready. I'll time it down and try to do this.
Alright, Calliope gets up and starts singing and playing as those around you continue to seek guidance, aid, help. They're tying things down, holding fast. Below deck, you even hear scrambling as water is coming in through less than perfectly plugged ore ports. And, the crew is working as hard as they can. Is anyone gonna try to help them out?
Yeah, Leo's gonna be up there, helping tying the sails and stuff.
All right, make me athletics checks because you're going to be working really hard as the ship is rocking and rolling more than you've really ever seen. Everyone else, what are you doing? How's the crow's nest feeling right now? Because you chose a hell of a time to pick the highest point in the ship.
So I am going to tell the lookout to keep an eye on deck also to see if anything's like going loose or rigging is going loose, so that we can direct from above. So the two of us will be looking for things that require immediate attention on the ship.
Sounds like perception to me.
I got a 12.
Okay. You are going to have some success in helping, like, pull and hold down the, get the ballista tied down fully, and with some assistance, but not before a big wave will come and crash and knock you back. It will really only be 8 damage as you kind of get bludgeoned and pushed back from the ship, but the other sailors around you are able to tie down the forward ballista. Perception, Thranos, it is thick and watery up there. Even at the crow's nest, you feel like you're getting splashed and rain pouring into your eyes. You're not able to see it as the ropes are loosening, and the entire ship feels like it's creaking and groaning even as it moves. This ancient vessel being put through its paces for the first time in a while. Still waiting on 2 others?
Defera will be near where her cabin is, helping them to do whatever's needed below deck.
Oh, bailing water like a motherfucker.
That.
Alright, do you want to be like... how would you like to be assisting with the water line? Water bucket line or whatever.
Hang on. Nope. Nope, that's nothing either. Okay. She'll just have a good old bucket. Coffin bucket. She's not going to do anything fancy. I'm going to assume maybe athletics or strength or something along those lines.
You're just tossing buckets, then yeah, athletics.
Cool. I got a 22. I am keeping that fucking below deck dry.
22, yeah, you're guiding the team here, hauling up massive buckets of water. It seems like for the moment you're able to hold that water line at a standstill, as it's getting pretty deep there. I mean, the water pouring in seems constant as you rock a larger wave, this time having to crest and break through, and the entire ship shudders as it hits the backside. And you're able to keep your footing here, Defera, and get another large bucket of water up and towards the line. Eliana.
Oh, jeez. Let's keep coming back.
All right. I mean, there's plenty to do up on the top deck. What exactly are you thinking of doing?
I don't know.
You can help tie things down. That's obviously always useful. There's the weapons you need tying down. You can get the ammunition secured. You can keep an eye out for things that might be going wrong in the future.
Let's tie it down.
All right, give me athletics.
23.
23, perfect. You're able to lead another team to get one of the rear ballistae tied down, and that big wave of water comes over. You're able to brace for it, though, and hold down, as you're going to see up ahead of you, Leo's getting knocked back from the front of the ship towards the middle with one big blow. Other sailors also now beginning to join as another wave comes and rocks. In the distance, you're seeing these increasing waves as Calliope, you're continuing to focus on your spell here. But up near the front, even in the storm, you can anyone taking a brief look at Manastoko sees him almost freeze up. As you follow his gaze out, you see what looks to be just a massive wall of water touching cloud line, slowly approaching. But everyone on top deck make a perception check. it's strange. There's a flash of lightning, and you're kind of like expecting, all right, is this some like side-on fuckery? But no, you see a mass, something huge, moving beneath that wave there, as if it's just walking. The crew scrambles up air. It begins to blot out whatever was left of the sun, and it's like you can see a hand one hand reach out from the waves, and then a second. It's still far away, but it's coming very soon. What are you doing? Next round.
I think yell, brace for impact. I don't know what else to stop.
Well, I don't know why I asked. I know exactly what's going to happen here. I need everyone to make me a strength, athletics check, or a strength saving throw, whatever's better for you in this case. But you're going to be rolling with nothing, actually. Never mind. Ignore me.
Is that for everybody top deck?
If you didn't tie yourself down, Calliope, you did. So I'll give you an advantage on this one.
Okay.
Dranos, did you also tie yourself down? I realized while you're up there, you probably could have thrown a loop over if you're just staying in one place.
Well, probably. I mean, I don't see why I wouldn't.
All right. Well, you can roll me that again and see what happens.
It's not gonna help.
Well, you never know.
Oh!
All right.
Maybe it will.
I'll phrase this like this. A giant wave, again, not the largest of the bunch, but comes and crashes over. Let me look at these scores. Let me see what y'all got. As it comes and begins pouring over, it basically engulfs the entire ship as a wave of water briefly cuts through the Ultros. Down below deck, Defera, you're able to kind of hold on, and as water pours in really quickly all around you all, and you can like catch yourself on the various walls and rigging of the ship on the inside. Leo, you're going to be thrown back and down the hole, basically, into the second deck of the ship. You'll basically nearly crash into the Defera at this point, but several other sailors are going to join you down there, just getting swept around like a washing machine with so many socks. That's going to be some more damage towards you. Did I do this right? I probably didn't. Let me just do this. I know how to do 17 damage as you're gonna get smacked. Eliana, you are going to feel that wave hit you, and your feet leave the Ultros as you get knocked back and start to see that ship kind of start sailing on without you. Make a real quick roll here. You are going to have a hand clasp around your forearm and pull like hell as Kira is like literally on the back of the ship, pulling you through, holding you and anchoring you down through the water as the wave passes, and you're gonna like hit the back of the ship. So that's an impact, to be fair. So that'll be 11 damage to you, but you do kind of get like pulled back up like a fish, and dropped on deck. And she's gonna scream at you, "Idiot! Tie yourself down! Don't you know the precious cargo does? You're supposed to do the precious cargo." Fuck! I can't get my lines right. And basically throw you into a corner and toss a bunch of rope at you. As she trods back off. Calliope, with that save and being tied down, you're able to, like, you also similarly get lifted up, but you kind of catch your foot on the top railing and kind of use that to hold yourself down and keep strumming and playing.
Won't make me stop playing
Won't
that
make me
easily.
stop playing. Threnos, the initial wave, you're like, whoa, there's no, like, that wave of water hitting up to the crow's nest is a shock. But, basically, with your rope, you're able to, and basically the amount of shit you have up there, you grab on, and you feel your grip about to break. The lookout also like grabs onto you and like clearly trying to hold, and you just feel this sudden kind of surge of strength hit your body as you pull yourself back up top into the crow's nest. As you just feel this kind of like warmth hit your shoulders and arms as you pulled suddenly, like it grew from there, out of nowhere. Anyone I'm forgetting? No, I think I've got everybody. Alright. But that final wave is approaching. Calliope, your song nearly done, this giant wave rises and the ship begins to go up like the ever climbing of a roller coaster, up, 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 up. Leo, you're down below, and you're going to, one of the crewmen will come out. The eggs are loose! The egg is loose! As, like, you see one of the empty containers drift past you. It looks like a whole, like, chest of equipment came loose from one wall and smashed into the ones in your room, basically destroying the supports there. And make the perception check to find your baby.
Perception check. We can do this.
It's not even his fault this time. Why does this keep happening?
I need to be a good role model. 16.
Yeah.
You're able to identify your egg as it's getting floated up by water, basically nearly to the top deck at this point. With the rolling going up the stairs as the ship continues to go up, and that stairway becomes a reverse staircase, which is really, not well built. I mean, it's all very thin, but yeah, your egg's going outside. What are you doing?
I am gonna tackle it, of course.
All right. Diving out. Eliana, you're tying yourself down?
I am.
Okay. Is anyone who is not previously tied... So I guess, Defera, are you tying yourself down here?
Yeah, after watching all of that, she would move to a space where she could at least put a rope around her waist. Yep.
Alright, you're gonna watch Leo dive out, basically back up to the top deck. And, Leo, you get a hold of your egg, but I need you now as the ship is making its final crest, and you all can see the shadow of a gargantuan creature darkening the water, a titanic humanoid with dozens of writhing arms and heads. You see one of the eyes open, and it's almost as large as the Ultros itself. It looks at you and then moves past you, the entire form shifting. For whatever reason, the Ultros is untouched at this point, but that doesn't mean you're not climbing and cresting over Kentamane, the hundred-handed itself, in the waters. Leo, I need you to make me an athletics or strength saving throw, because right now you are tumbling towards the back of the ship with an egg in your hands.
All right. 4.
Leo, tell me what this looks like as you very nearly fall off. But Eliana is also right on the back of the ship and has a lot of rope. I'll give you that bit of detail for free.
Yeah, I think as I am tumbling down, I do reach out for anything. And as they are securing themselves, hopefully they see me as I grab onto their rope as I hopefully don't make it over the ship.
All right, you grab a hold of Eliana's rope, and Eliana, you feel around your waist and shoulders just tighten as you turn and see basically the briefest flash of Leo go over and then pull, and you nearly lose the breath out of you as it's squeezed, but you turn back and can kind of get an arm wrapped around it, or rather, the rope wraps itself around your arm, and you can kind of get a bit of control over it.
What do you do?
You're helping me.
The ship rests at a slow point, and Leo, you're able to kind of again hit, and you feel the hit, and something cracks, and you're not sure if that's your body or somewhere on you is just as a final shock of lightning fills basically the entire ship for a brief moment as it looks over the edge of the abyss. And Calliope, as you hit a final strum on the cord, what's the weather you make this be?
A little bit not as bad.
Well, I get to change 3 conditions. So for precipitation, I would love for it to be, we'll go with light clouds. We won't do clear. We'll go back to light clouds. I think that's fine. And then for temperature, warm is fine.
Yeah.
And then for wind, just calm. No more. No more.
All right.
How I imagine this looking is as this has just been like a battle of sound the entire time, being able to actually cut through to the sky to be able to produce the effects of this spell. That like really towards the end of this, it's not even just like the normal sounds of playing a harp, that they're with the arcane energy of this building up, that it begins to sound more electrified, as it eventually just shoots up into the sky and clears.
Your final note, literally at cloud level, as it, you feel the precipitation as you strum, that hit of ozone just leaves the air as your ship begins this fast descent down as everyone grips on now, secured as much as they can, water flying out of the back of your ship as you continue this downhill bobsled of an oceanic voyage. Fearful of whatever could possibly be on the other side of this hill, the crew is holding tight, and for a brief few moments you think, well, if there's any kind of rock here, we're screwed. But with a large splash of water up at the front, a la Splash Mountain, or so many other waterwork rides, low be those who decided to get too close to the photo point. All I could see now is everyone going, yeah, in the photo. I wrote the ultras. You are able to kind of like all catch a breath here. Leo, you're effectively hauled back in again, like the fish you are. And the cloud sky, even rain, I mean, there's a few less bumps of water, but the Ultros cuts through that like so much butter like before. You made it past Kentame. For some reason, he didn't want beef.
Interesting.
You've heard stories, of course, all of you have, that like Kentame protects this place from outsider ships, but seemed fine. I can make sense. The Ultros is of this land.
I will grab the lookout and sit him upon the egg and say, "Here, sit here for a minute," and then climb down. Make sure everyone's all right.
Quick head count. Is everyone still on the ship? Sound off.
Crew is reporting it seems that you have several injured. Several injured. The ship got rocked drastically off course. And as you all are kind of taking a second, you realize at the base of the of your central mast, Pythor is holding on to that thing like a staple, and if you're like, "Hey, you can let that go, buddy," he's like, shakes his head, no, and he motions down towards a giant crack in your central beam there that he has kept stable.
That's not a good thing.
Not at all.
Do you have it, Pythor?
I have it. Well, feels good. First workout in a while. I should tell you about the time I fought a kraken. I mean, ship mast is nothing in comparison. You okay?
It was certainly something up there.
Oh, don't worry. I saw you. You look strong. You did a good job. Egg okay?
All's well.
Good. All right.
Hold on to that, though. The egg's still up there.
Don't worry. It's not going anywhere. I always look after the little ones. Well, the ones I can find.
So, all accounted for. That's good. What do we do about this? As I point to the mast.
Below deck, because you were down there, Tefera, you can confirm that a lot of the stores and have been just swamped, and like your lower deck is going to take several more, maybe even an hour to bail out completely and get a read of what's been, spilled into, what could have, been, just completely sodden through, what's been blown out and off the ship. So provisionally you're down. Repairs, you need to take time to do that. You probably have enough spare wood to let Pythor not be holding onto the mast anymore, but Menestoko, to kind of like fast track this a little bit, you get the feeling Menestokos kind of is like, yeah, we should be fine for soft sailing and oars, but if we hit another storm like that, or any storm, frankly, before our mast is repaired, we're going to lose time, and we're already off course from the island there. We're going to need to get out of these clouds and get ourselves some time for the ship to dry off, bail for better part of today. The carpenters do their work on any repairs that need to be made, just so we don't keep taking on water. And we're looking at a full day of repairs, and that's just to keep us reasonably afloat without putting the crew to work. And then we can figure out how far off we are from the heart. But
fair enough. That was... Can we talk about what just happened?
Why did it calm so quickly?
Well, kind of what I was talking about before we hit the clouds. Boreal harp, she kind of holds up the harp. Pretty helpful. But also, it didn't seem interested in us after a bit.
You get a big ghost hug from Menestokos for helping keep the ship in one piece.
Oh.
It's cold and not really there, but you feel like... Yeah, it's like the wood around your feet kind of almost wants to, like, hold your sandals close to it, you know?
Aww. I like that.
That was very good thinking, Calliope. I'll pat you on the shoulder and cast Shape Water to knock all of the water off of you.
I love it.
Eat your heart out, prestidigitation.
I'm
We
gonna
don't need you.
I'm gonna go start bailing water. As I use Shape Water to, and I checked, move 37.5 gallons at a time.
Oh
Alright.
my god.
You'll definitely be a fan. The crew will definitely love that as they are
We've got
moving it.
2 gallon buckets.
Just lining up with them. You get a big like bathtub, basically the portable bathtub they have, filling that and all hauling that as a group up. But yeah. And if anyone has anything they would like to do with that within that first day of repairs,
Yeah. I thank Ileana for helping me. I apologize. Hopefully
I
that.
just have a massive bruise forming.
Yeah.
you got a bruise, a little rope burn, and a kind of cool look. It's like right on the toga line, though.
Like a reverse tan line.
It's the toga line. To be fair, you'd usually wear a second, but well, who's getting into semantics about that? Point being, there is a matter of the crack I would like to talk to Leo
Yes.
about, because you stand up and you don't feel anything wrong with you.
Okay. I check with my egg.
You look over the egg and see just a big has formed in it. What are your immediate feelings?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Just kind
Yeah.
of. You're on the top deck. Anyway, in particular, you would immediately go.
No, I don't think I would exclaim. Yes, like my face would turn pale as I immediately turn away and kind of like, oh no, it should be. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. As I try to like squeeze it back together.
Well, Leo,
What's up?
are you alright?
Yep, I am perfect. It just a little bruised.
Put pressure in on it, and then you're gonna hear another. Oh, and you look, and it's not that your hand has gone through at the crack. It's that a beak of sorts has pushed out, and then another as the hole expands and a small wormling of a dragon pulls itself out.
Oh, thank God! I thought I broke you.
The dragon itself, Leo, would you like to describe what this looks like? Or, well...
Do I get a pick of the color?
Yes, give me one quick second just because I wrote this down and completely overrode. Yeah, it comes out looking the shade of money, and by that I mean, of course, or your armor, and by that I mean bronze.
Yeah.
It's... I think I put that in everyone's game, hopefully. Unnamed baby, dragon baby. A young dragon wormling works itself out of the egg and kind of holds its head up weakly and looks at you. And Leo, this moment in particular draws you back to this kind of place that you used to be. Your mind throws itself back with a vengeance to a time before, during the First War, when Dragonlords took to the skies frequently, easily, as one takes breath. And in this memory, you're a younger man, having completed your training in the soldiery and proving yourself to be worthy of a dragon. You sit in front of a different egg in a much more ceremonial state that's removed from its proper positioning and placed into a kind of beer of sorts just for the egg. And you kind of kneel in front of it, keeping watch over the night, as is expected when the egg is just about ready to continuously sit vigil and watch this. And as that egg cracks, you have a flash. You remember your old dragon, the one you left behind, the one that's no longer with you. Do you remember their name? Hey, remember that homework I told you should do ahead of time? I'm so sorry. I know it, though, if you want me to. Because you feel a presence on your shoulder there. Something you know is not there presently, but in the memory it's very real. It seems like Caledora has finally hatched. About time, I was worried you were going to fall asleep. And your brother has brought a small flagon of wine and a bit of meal, even though you're not supposed to eat. I remember when it was my turn. You would not believe how all of our uncles tried to sneak in. I'm pretty sure all the guards outside of this temple were just because of them. I felt like I gained 20 pounds that night. But congratulations.
Thank you.
You remember the words, of course. You have to swear the oath.
Of course. Should I do it now?
Yeah, of course I know those words.
And Leo, I want to give you... Make me a history check with advantage.
You're also inspired because
You're
I gave
also
you
inspired.
a feather for a long
Yes, I
time
have a
ago.
feather, yep. I still have it tucked away. Okay. History, right?
History.
Okay. It's a 0. Like always. Okay.
So 11, roll it again.
Okay,
So
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 your
11.
Inspiration.
D8, and it's a minimum of 5. Out of
Roll it.
16.
At least 16.
Roll a d8.
Ooh, nice.
19! Leo, you extend your hand in the memory and find it overlapping with where you are now. You don't place your head directly onto the dragon's head, but rather leave it out in front. And the young wormling pushes its head up towards yours as you feel this connection. Please repeat after me. I cannot possess you, for you belong to yourself.
Cannot possess you, for you belong to yourself.
I cannot command you, for you are a free creature.
I cannot command you, for you are a free creature.
We shall serve each other in the ways we both require.
We shall serve each other in the ways we both require.
We will increase our wealth by righteous means.
We will increase our wealth by righteous means.
We will achieve happiness and harmony through knowledge.
We will achieve happiness and harmony through knowledge.
We will aid those of our blood to achieve their great destinies.
We will aid those of our blood to achieve great destinies.
We will avenge those of our blood who have been done harm.
We will avenge those of our blood who have done harm.
I am blood of your blood and bone of your bone, forever.
I am blood of your blood and bone of your bone forever.
And you feel something you haven't felt in a long time. Connection. A second mind brought close to yours. Individual, but now in synthesis with one another. Knowledge of this baby who knows nothing is baby, but holds so much potential, feeds into your mind and what you've been through, and your emotions mix and interchange and find their own space and dance amongst each other. And you have hatched the first dragon of the campaign. Do you have a name for this baby?
I don't.
But it is no rush to do so, as of course the crew and other folks abound will be congratulatory and shocked, surprised. I mean, they'll be sitting in amazement, honestly, slack-jawed, until you make a move. But
yeah, I think I announced it to everyone. Hey, it's a bronze.
You can kind of hold this dragon wormling, basically all but just sits on your shoulders and is happy to be presented. Its mind already working in a way that, looking about and registering eyes and, getting and like licking hands that are extended towards it, having a great time. But yeah, I mean, even the gods there they look at this with just reverence. You swear both of them are about to cry. Though Pythor has to do so from a head turn as the carpenters are still working on rapidly nailing down strong enough support beams that aren't waterlogged. And Hero will like put a soft, like singular hand right along like a bit of the dragon's lower jaw, which it seems to greatly enjoy. And then we'll just give you a big old hug, if it's big as she can give. We'll absolutely take you off your feet in a moment and then put you down and then just like look at you, clearly very smile crying. Yeah. And then we'll like also motion for some crew to get the eggshells, because like that's like good for magical components and stuff, and like important. Like you might need that for later.
Yeah, I dropped them all on the floor, and everyone's like, "Oh, we need to keep these."
Oh, sorry. Someone said so though. Was that Threnos?
I might have made a noise, but I didn't mean to.
Oh, sorry.
As the crowd is there, I'm gonna kind of slink out. I have the fun, ever so handy at this moment in time, cantrip mending. Kind of help, at least with the mast, because yes, I know we need that.
Mm-hmm.
I can enjoy the dragon later.
You will free up the mast. You'll note that other members of your crew have come from the Wildwood and have some druidic talents as well, because you guys are so handy in sorting out that whole Lutherian cult at the Elder Grove. And between all of you and the support of the carpenters, you're able to kind of get this mast in a position that Pythor can like... Oh, shake out his back, take a second. Alright, where's that baby?
Don't crush it, please.
I would never! There's a baby! And he is the softest, most gentle goosey goo, like, again, who's an adorable killing machine. Like, he's absolutely the kind of dog dad to have a Cane Corso or whatever and just, like, hold it like a baby, no matter how big it gets. And yeah, unless anyone has anything in particular they'd like to do with the first day, it will basically just be repairs and bailing, and then a big celebration of a baby dragon with whatever libations still remain. Which
No.
Oh, go ahead. Someone else.
Say, just keep bailing for a while, and then at some point Thranos will make his way back up to the crow's nest and collect his egg, retrieve the lookout, start carrying it down, and well, I do say, gonna meet your older sibling. Oh, behave.
Ooh, you know what? I got a question. How is it Mikros? It's been a minute.
Oh, Mikros, yeah,
Yes.
the pseudo dragon, absolutely the most like loving cat on a giant dog energy you can get. It's super fucking jazzed, though also recognizing there is another egg in need of guardian will like split time, basically flitting between Thranos' egg and like checking that Thranos is doing well, just like, you know, meeping at Thranos occasionally. But then flying back and spending time with Leo and Baby.
Good, Calliope, I know you want to add something.
Like some like offhand comment. I don't even remember what it was at this point. It wasn't important. It wasn't in character. Don't worry about it.
Nearing, I assume this is like a whole day affair, getting this
Yeah.
together. Okay. Getting closer to sunset, I kind of wanted to take part of that eggshell, just a small, a smidgen, and see what I can compare it to Thranos' egg if he lets me look at it.
Yep, no problem. Yeah. Swirls aren't quite the same.
It's definitely interesting because the egg that Leo had was in like a tomb and seemed to like be preserved through the ages almost, whereas, you know, Thranos has a fresh one, basically. Are you looking to try and determine what kind of egg, if they're the same kind, or?
Pretty much anything, like whether the same kind of, like, if there might be some clue as to progressing, since I clearly did not remember shit. So any fun clues I could possibly glean, any information really.
Well,
If
you know
there's
it's a
nothing,
different-
that's fine.
you know it's a different type of dragon. How close to hatching it is would be hard to tell, just, you know, from a lack of experience, probably.
Just get a bright light under it.
Hard to do because this
Flashlight
does have a hard shell. In this case, you can tell just from kind of feeling it, like this egg might prefer cooler, more skyward areas, like things that keep that constant breeze of air moving.
Yeah, because it was in a volcano, kinda, so it wasn't hatching from that.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it was down with the heat. Maybe try the opposite of the heat.
I'm trying to check. I think. Oh, there it is. Mine is a little bit harder. The shell.
Probably will be just to the feel.
All right, enjoy. See you. Deuces.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You'll actually be stopped, Eliana, because clearly you
Damn.
haven't done that.
Oh no, slightly softer. Sorry.
Wow.
Slightly. Softer.
Kira will motion for you to join her near the back of the ship a little bit, very briefly.
Hmm. I will join her. The
She's
second
got-
most romantic part of the ship.
Yeah, obviously.
Well, the front of the ship is taken up by some sailors who are in a whirlwind romance of different classes and coming together for a common goal.
They're in
They're
a
already-
line to do, the whole Titanic.
Yeah, there's just straight up, yeah. All your sailors are just waiting to be the king of the world for a brief moment. It's the Leo on his own with his buddy one, not the romantic one. Everyone's getting drunk and admitting they've wanted to do that the whole time they've been on the Ultros.
Of course.
But at the back, Kira will kind of meet you. Well, hey there. See you are adjusting well to being back on dry land.
I mean, it was fine.
Not my favorite way to get people wet, but but she motions towards the area she's leaning on, which is basically right where she threw you into. Don't scare me again like that. If you're gonna be brave, be smart about it. I'm pretty sure that's why I rely on you most in this group.
You rely on me? Why?
Okay, well, let's see. I'm in a perpetual, endless barred off with Calliope, which is no good. Always going to be trying to one-up each other. It'd be endless. Leo is sweet, but I'm pretty sure that I have to be some kind of middle ground between him and his ex, which I have not heard from Versi in a while, and, well, less said, maybe the better. Defera's really nice, but I think Defera's going through a lot right now, perpetually. In a perpetual state of going through shit. And I'm kind of scared to touch that, because I don't want to be blamed if that doesn't pan out. And, well, I think we'd really vibe. I don't know if we should. I don't know if it's the right time to vibe in her journey. Thranos is, Thranos is Thranos. In the best way possible.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's you. Notes to everyone else, but who'd my sister entrust with the crown of the Dragonlords, right? Didn't Mitros give you something? Not Mitros. Valis.
Valis gave me the crown of pearls.
Crown of Pearls, sorry.
Laurels.
Laurels. No! King gave you that.
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't...
She did not.
You
Or if
should
she
have a
did.
plot item. 1 second.
Whoa, wait a second!
If I do have it, I did not write it down because, haha.
So... Yeah, I thought I could have sworn that she had given you something. Get you one. Here we go. Oh no, she told you that you could find the fortress of the Dragonlords in the Garden of Helios. Never mind. But yeah, like, Valis clearly trusts you. I trust you. I mean, you keep a good head on your shoulders, attached to a very nice body, and you help keep people alive, both logistically and, medically. So, I mean, do I have to keep listing things, or are you getting the picture now? Because I'm pretty sure the last person who tried to indulge you with art, you didn't like very much.
He's a bit eccentric.
He's a bit of a nonce.
But at least it got him off the Queen's back.
Yes, I'm sure my sister greatly appreciated the lack of sculpture of herself. Knowing how she actually did, the bastard.
Anyway.
No, you're right. Anyway, I think you are very dependable and smart and good. And my sister gave me something to look after, to entrust to somebody, and knowing her, she already knew how I was going to give it to. Goddess wisdom.
That is her domain.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Really, what a hoot at parties. Here's my wisdom on display. She pulls like a small, it looks like almost like a keychain kind of thing off of her belt. Like a small lantern sort of thing. It's gorgeous, and she'll kind of tilt it up. You can't freak out, okay?
I don't know if I can make that promise with all that you said.
Eliana, the Jade, do not freak out. That's a command from one of the gods that you hold so dear. I can ask you to hold me dearer, but I don't think that would work.
I swear to do my best at not freaking out.
She hits like what appears to be a top, and a small click is heard, and you watch as this thing slowly expands until she is effectively holding a large, like, carry-on purse of an ornate golden latticed work with a view inside that appears to shine like diamonds or some kind of precious gem. And she puts it down next to her and then kind of pushes it with one foot over towards you. Open it.
What is it?
God, you're gonna make me explain every gift I give to you? It's gonna be really hard to romance.
She'll roll her eyes, bend at the knees to pick it up.
It's more like she motions towards a small crack, like a small line around the top that you can kind of unseal.
Oh. Click.
It kind of almost seems to release air as you pop it open. And within you see a beautiful, like almost ornate, I guess, what's the best way to describe this?
Opulent?
It's like a glass egg, but you can't see through it.
Almost like a Fabergé egg.
Like a Fabergé egg, but constructed of a purplish hue. A purple-white hue, and it's the size of a dragon egg.
She's basically doing this as I'm doing it. What's that?
Eliana Legit, I thought you were the smart one.
Well,
Look.
clearly I must have hit my head today, or...
Actually, I'm pretty sure I saved you from nearly falling off a boat and you absolutely hit your head. So, I don't know, is there still seawater in your ears? I mean, I can help shake it out over the side deck here.
Now I can hear just fine. Why? How?
Because I know you'll take good care of it. Because I was asked to give this to the one I thought worthy of this particular egg. Like, that's not a massive assignment from out of nowhere by the goddess of wisdom, who's apparently supposed to know everything. And you know what? I don't know, maybe I just think you're really neat. Just doing this to get under your skirt, obviously. I'm giving you a whole dragon egg to get under your skirt.
Only a dragon egg, not a plethora of statues.
I am going to leave you to drown the next time a giant wave hits you. You start talking like that. But no. This isn't a romance thing. Though, admittedly, this would be a really great romance thing. I can't hold on to this any longer, because I know it belongs with you.
And you show that without your sister's influence, without anyone else's words floating around in your skull.
Frankly, I'm surprised you didn't have one already. That's my thinking. I think that you know you're destined to do something great. That you know you need to do something great. And, well, I think me handing you this egg is only going to help that.
There are many times where I'm not so sure, but...
Well, you're a hero, Eliana, and heroes are unsure all the damn time, from my experience.
Is that what you're writing for your bard off?
No, in my bard off, you're naked most of the time, bare-chested and blazing through the entire world on the backs of 10 dragons at once. Don't ask me the logistics, it's just how it works. I imagine kind of a chariot vibe. You just scorch the titans down. Of course I'm not going to tell you how my rhymes are doing. You'd report it back. You're smart, but you're also too nice.
And she'll kind of like glance around. And how do you propose we, or rather I, tell the others that I have this now? They're going to ask. And clearly I don't need you to have Aya for...
This was found in Mitros. Or rather was brought to Mitros by the order of Sidon. Presumably as a gift to the king. A true dragon. Not whatever bullshit's going on with all theirs that they currently have there. It was sequestered away and never truly properly delivered, thanks to a little logistics issue as it got to the palace. I've been keeping it safe for you, and now... Well, you think the ship is safe enough and far out from port to, have that. So if you don't take the damn egg, at this point, it's been killing me to have this thing to myself. I made a decision, Show a little respect for your goddess. I mean, I haven't even been genuflected to once on this entire boat ride.
Trying to, like, right before, like, her last word, Eliana will, like, step forward and embrace her.
Oh, this is nice. And she'll just kind of melt into the hug, and I know you're going to do great things. And it's not just because I'm there to help you do it.
Well, thanks for believing in me.
I'm the goddess of fucking journeys and heroes and tricksters, and maybe I added on the heroes bit at the end there. But I know how to fucking pick them, Eliana Lajid. She'll kind of move back and, like, put hand under your chin, and you are one of the good ones. Waggle, waggle, waggle.
I will pick up this massive ass purple egg.
It has you can, like, carry it in this massive like suitcase.
Oh, sweet! It comes with its own tote. I love that.
It comes in this in the carry-on of luxury bag, basically.
Awesome.
But yeah, you can move that down to the storage or keep it in your own as you like. But does anyone have anything else they immediately need to do for this scene? All right. I think as we head towards our first break, we leave our heroes surviving a near disastrous encounter, still on a course, though a bit set off. They will enjoy their nights, and the following morning as they set sail again towards the Golden Heart, and we'll all take a quick break to give ourselves a quick second to recoup and reset. So if you're watching along, I hope you do the same, though we might be back very quickly because we are recording this episode. But we'll see you back real soon, and yeah, stick around. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the very quick break. We have taken a break ourselves, but also more importantly, with the delay to repair the Ultros, and the afterwards determined it will take you another day about to sail to the Golden Heart, unless there's anything anyone wants to do in the interim for sailing, which you can speak now or RP and text later.
I mean, do we know that was Kentamade?
Yeah. It fits all, like, reasonable descriptions that is Kentamane the Hundred-Handed, which, you know is one of the, the father of Sidon and Lutheria, and husband of Thylea, which is, you. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of chittering amongst the crew about what occurred and, the legends they'll become just for surviving. Because a lot of encounters that have been spoken of in the past involving Kentamane involve shipwrecks afterward. But, your ship, the Ultros, limps within sight of the Golden Heart as it glides through shadow waters of this, frankly, paradise. You notice even the waters themselves appear more pure and clear here. You make landfall on this pristine white beach without incident. The forests that stand before you are crowded with immense oak trees. There's a noticeable lack of anything man-made in sight, and a small herd of deer, curious and unafraid, make their way towards your vessel from the forest's edge. Unless there was any pushback from you all, they would have elected to bring the Ultros in very close to shore to finish repairs, and effectively you all could have like hopped out and just waddled in like thigh-high water to get there. And yeah, you're basically, the welcoming committee is a lot of very interested and curious deer.
What's the chance the deer are going to come up and try to arrest us?
I assume slim.
But never zero is the sad part.
Well, no deer break out of the cuffs or warnings, though one particularly eager looking deer will kind of approach whoever's in the lead of this group.
Sure, I'll put out a hand towards the deer.
I'll just be sniffing it and eventually give it a lick. You know?
I would say they've not spent much time around threats.
Think so either.
We're best to remain unthreatening as I adjust an egg and a baby egg Bjorn wrapped around me.
You can have it on your back in between your wings, so you can like arch your wings back to keep it covered.
Does Eliana have her egg?
Yeah, she's carrying a tote. She, at this point, I mean, it's more like keeping it above the water.
You get the sense if you really needed to, you could probably reclose and hit that button to shrink the whole system back down, but it might be better for the baby to be, you know, fully expanded. Let's get a mini dragon.
Oh my god. Is that how pseudo dragons are born?
Yeah, we don't need another Mikros, so...
What's wrong with Mikros?
I never said anything was wrong with them. I said we don't need another. If there were a second one, they both vibrate. They would just literally go into the fourth dimension. They create so much energy.
They hit the same frequency and cause an earthquake.
That's how we cast plane shift.
But yeah, you effectively found what appears to be a lush paradise. The rest of the crew comes up around, and the deer don't seem particularly plussed until one of them starts getting an axe and chops into the first tree, and the deers just dart off from the sound. But it's not like there's a sudden shift in the mood as the crew begins their work. It just seems untapped. I mean, you can proceed further in if you like to keep exploring.
I'd send word back to the ship with some runner or another and say, tell all the crew to stay in line. I hate to break the peace any more than we have to.
Yeah, someone will begin literally just shouting back loudly for orders to kind of like, because the ship is ridiculously close at this point. Like I said, you can walk in from the inlet you're stationed at, and the general call for a careful plunder of this place is noted.
And starts yelling back and forth, stay calm!
Yeah.
Calm and quiet!
No hunting parties till the return!
Everyone stay close. Let's see what's going on and we'll be back shortly.
I mean, walking in, this island has unparalleled natural beauty. It appears to be covered in dense forests, most of which are ancient oak and fir trees that loom to, according to you all, untold heights. Incredibly tall trees. It's broken occasionally by clearings covered in tall golden grass. And it's, and even from as you're landing, you can tell that at the center of this is a massive network or one large tree. It was hard to tell as you were sailing in, but it looms just as much as the volcano did on Fire Island. But I mean, things you get here very quickly is that every step you take seems to unsettle some kind of animal, deer, boar, sheep, smaller creatures like rabbits, beavers, possums, raccoons, things, you know, are abundant here, more so than you've ever seen. And frankly, the trees are filled with fruits. There's particularly good-looking apples hanging on a few of the trees. I want you to throw your minds to a very Garden of Eden vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of apples.
Not just one.
Not just
For
one
now.
on some tree in the center of the thing. Like, if you wanted to, maybe there's a tree. Maybe that big tree isn't a singular apple on it, but I don't know. Does anyone take a bite of one of these apples?
It sounds like you want us to eat the apples.
It
I'd be
really
interested.
does.
I'd just be interested in someone trying an apple.
Defer will try an apple.
Yeah, you take a bite, and as you feel the juice kind of drip down your cheeks, you also feel a kind of surge of energy. Effectively, you just consumed a potion of healing.
Cool. I will put an apple in my pocket. Since I don't have a baby Bjorn, I'll put it in my backpack.
You can put 5 apples in your pocket. There are a lot of apples here.
I'm gonna put a lot of apples in my pockets. I'm
I
gonna
agree.
smell
I like
each one just to see if they all smell similar.
What, the apples and
Yeah.
all the apples kind of smell similar. They're very lovely, sweet. Though, you know, maybe as you move further in, you'll find other ones. No one's marked any signs down or, established rows to go in if you wanted different types.
I didn't know you were such a big fan of apples.
These apples taste particularly good and make me feel particularly great.
There's
So-
also, of course, olive trees that appear abundant here as you're working your way up a few hills.
Defera is going to hand an apple to Leo as she looks at his black and blue body from being whacked around a ship. It made me feel great. Maybe it'll help you feel great. And then she's going to shove a bunch of olives in her mouth.
Don't do that.
Well, olives have pits, so this is an interesting experience. As you try to, you bite down and find several pits
don't.
of rock stones. But the oil that does, the juices that do escape the oils here, the olives here, rather, you do feel a kind of magical energy around them, and it's not negative.
It is ridiculously bitter, though, to the point of being nearly inedible.
It's probably not any good, but you bet if you maybe press the olives for oil, this might be a worthwhile find.
She'll also put olives into her backpack, a couple handfuls.
Just taking
but
notes
she's
for your
going
people
to-
later.
So we can send them with barrels.
I mean, sure. And she's just gonna spit out 10 seeds, and then just start onto the fire. The
Are you
apples
hungry?
were really good. No,
Okay.
not particularly, but the apples were good, so I just kept going.
Okay. Well, let's take a step back from eating absolutely everything put in front of us for a moment.
There's strawberries.
Are there snozberries?
That's
We're
it for the thus far magical offerings. But I would love if everyone, as you're making your way in here, can make your perception checks.
Okay.
We're gonna roll you out of here as a giant blueberry.
Violet, you're turning violet.
Natural 20.
3 18s, a 6, and a 24.
So
Look at us go.
Threnos, you're too worried about trying to dissuade Defera from eating the next
everything she sees.
the next fruit or vegetable.
Please
y'all
stop.
come
No,
across.
that's
It's Augustus Gloop.
That's poison ivy.
Pulling up it's delicious. But no, those of you, everyone else will know, especially Leo, you'll catch sight of this first, that a kind of shift of seems like pure gold fleece will just kind of move in the distance. And Leo, you're able to track it enough that you see a golden ram that looks back at you and will just kind of calmly begin walking away. This is no joke. Imagine a ram full of wool, entirely gold.
I think, Leo is taking a bite of the apple and like clocks this, and then it's like, guys, do you see that, or am I imagining things?
Huge horns, just a full mane of golden fleece wrapped around it. It almost like pauses and looks back to see you're following before kind of trotting off a bit further. And those of you with the A were able to catch sight of this.
Glad it's not trying to headbutt us.
Should we follow it?
I mean, it was gold. It was gold, so
It seems important.
that feels followable.
What do we follow?
Some more good food.
Did you not see this completely gold-colored?
No, Defira was breaking a stick off of a tree to nibble on.
I stopped doing that when the gold ram showed up.
If Defira wants to try the fruits of this strange place, just... It's fine. If something bad happens, I will personally handle it.
You can hold her hair back while she's vomiting over the side of the ship later.
I don't know about that because her hair's also not hair.
Oh. Does that mean the hair vomits too?
I'd rather not know.
I want to find out.
It's tiny little snakes vomiting everywhere. To be fair, I'm immune to being poisoned.
Ah.
But you're not immune to
Okay.
feeling not great in the tum-tum.
This is true.
Wait, does that include food poisoning though?
Oh, I didn't
I
ask for
imagine-
norovirus.
I imagine it might, but because there is no second condition in D&D. But it explains why it explains why Defera perhaps has recovered sometimes quicker from drinking excessively.
Mhm.
Thranos whispers to his egg, "Don't pick up and eat everything you see. This is a bad example."
You like shift over to Leo and just like sharing apples with the dragon normally, I imagine.
They're having a competition to see who can eat the most.
Absolutely, just seeing this as Hercules and Pegasus, just
Oh, that's such a good comparison. Oh my god.
Because these are again everywhere. If y'all wanted to bust out a bow and just shoot for whatever animal you're particularly hungry for in this moment, you could. But that golden ram seemed pretty tasty, interesting, and/or important. So, would you like to keep following that?
Yeah.
Anyone else smell
Yeah.
plot?
I
Put
think
it on
this-
the map where the
Oh,
plot
no,
I'm
I
showing
think
you
you
on the
might
map where the plot is.
I
It's a
think
big
you
gold indicator.
may have stepped into something else that sounds like the word plot.
Mm-hmm. Well, I suppose we should follow it.
No, there's no casinos around here. Well, following it further in begins to lead you up a hill. And further and further up you kind of climb. Not to a difficult point, but you watch as your path kind of crisscrosses with rivers and just ever so far ahead of you, this ram seems to almost be waiting and looking back, and then effortlessly sprinting far ahead as you continue to make your climb, eventually finding yourselves in the presence of a giant oaken tree, surrounded by rocks and water pouring forth from it, this pure, clear water, almost like you're looking at the sky itself. And you don't think you've ever seen a tree this large in the world. This ram sits in front of it, finally standing up top, and then literally seems to just dance on the air up and away.
Defera's gonna turn to Threnos and go, "Holy shit, do olives make you hallucinate?"
They might, but you're not.
She's gonna put another olive in her mouth just in case.
That's... You know you don't like how that tastes. You're pretending.
I'm not enjoying it, but I am enjoying the hallucinations if that's where this is coming from. Because that goat, lamb, whatever, just danced through the sky. And I mean, that's pretty cool. She's gonna take a drink of water out of the pond, too.
Would you stop touching everything?
The cleanest water, like, you've had boiled and filtered and, you know, chilled and then boiled again water. Like, you've lived a life of luxury, Defera. This water, you feel like your hands are cleaner just for having run through it. Like, and you feel this connection to this place, like almost a familiarity beyond anything, just a peace.
So Defera will attempt to just, in the best way she knows how to, silently like give thanks to this place, you know? She's not necessarily trying to like pray, but it's just more of a like a relief or a connection.
It's interesting. It's really, and I don't say that just because I'm the GM and I'm allowed to be very invested in my games, but as you kind of reach out, just not with like a particular power of yours, just kind of like a giving thanks, you just feel this thrum of understanding and appreciation and warmth, like you've been held tightly, that seems to kind of pulse from the tree. And I gotta switch it up because I found the music I was looking for.
Leo, do you feel any better after eating the apple, or am I really high on whatever this place is providing us right now?
No, yeah, I feel much better, thank you. As he also drinks from the water too. He's basically, following what you're doing. If it's safe for you, then it's safe for everyone else.
As the paladin immune to poison or disease, and the Gorgon immune to poison, test everything.
Truly nothing more reliable, but the tree stands there and seems to shift almost. Well, Eliana, you were told to seek the heart.
Mm-hmm.
It's an unconscious part of your mind that urges you to step closer and forward and onward to the heart, to the center, to the core, to your mήτηρ.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I will Eliana will almost just unconsciously start moving forward.
And yeah, stepping forward and closer, you make your way through clear springs that it's not that even dirt is washed off. It feels like you step your foot in and earth and the dirt and grime just evaporates as soon as it touched it. Like something so pure will not allow or tolerate the presence of this. Purified as soon as you've touched it, basically. And you have no trouble moving closer. Anyone else who would also seek to, and also, Theo, you should have control of your dragon companion on the map if you need. Is everyone else approaching? Threnos and Calliope?
Yeah,
just
I'll follow their lead.
a little skeptically and cautiously.
That final platform that Eliana reaches up towards as you kind of pull yourself up. It's interesting. You've never felt warmth from a tree before that wasn't on fire. But it is like the warmth of another's body, very close to your own, but massive in comparison. It doesn't thrum with some odd melody or pulse to suggest it's alive. It is a tree, but it's comforting in a way you can't truly explain. What do you do?
Why is this place like this? Everything is pure and clean and something usually has tried to kill us by now.
I'm gonna get close to what I assume is like a mangrove at this point.
Massive oak that works its way into the water and seems to be a source of it, but definitely mangrovey in similarity. Its roots working and becoming a multitude of things. But you stand before the great oak.
Touch it.
Touch your hand to it. Anyone else also going to touch the tree? You watch Eliana touch.
Oddly warm. Why not?
Yeah. You touch the tree and you feel a connection and a warmth, and like you're receiving a full body hug from a grandmother you haven't seen in years. Come home for Christmas from some wild adventure somewhere, and she's brought photos in one of those old little, video camera. She's developed them all at CVS, and she's so excited to show you.
Kodak.
The little Kodak, exactly. Is everyone touching the tree?
Thanos will kneel down and touch a root sticking out of the water.
Well, in some cases, a druid might have to cast something on a plant. In this case, the plant is casting on you. As the tree hits you all with a commune spell. And your minds flow back, and you feel this warmth as of course you naturally want to feel afraid and scared and pushed, and to break away, but the first thing you feel is comfort. You are safe. I mean you no harm. These words are not said, but are felt. I must show, you must understand. And minds are cast back to a time before time, perhaps. A period of strife and warfare. You watch cosmoses clash against each other. ancient things, even before, well, the world was young. But you feel that similar presence you're connected to now. Gentle and generous. Born into this time of war and strife and chaos among those similar to her, but she refused to take side, to draw blade, to strike. Instead, entering silence, contemplative, and never speaking a single word. Those around her admired her for it. One even fell in love with her. The most violent and warlike of all was drawn to her quiet strength, and she alone could quell this furious temper that was within his heart. And you watch that this being you're connected to grew so tired of the pain and the hurt caused by this battle. And she left. She wandered, followed by the one who loved her so dearly. And she still, despite their journeys, felt all pain and suffering in the world like a million arrows piercing her gentle soul. And her joy gave way to despair. Unable to bear it any longer, she begins to sink beneath the waves. But this is not a surrender, but a glorious sacrifice, as her body breaks apart, her head and torso floating back to the surface become a chain of islands bursting with light, her heart coming from her chest and blooming into a glorious golden oak tree that shines now before you all. Her limbs sunk to the bottom of the sea, stretching and twisting into great roots that connected each island, nurturing every fertile plant and gentle animal that sprang onto the surface. But you see her lover, grief-stricken and inconsolable. No one there to temper his moods. He becomes violent, screaming at heavens and thrashing and raging and creating an impenetrable wall away from the world, hiding everything behind fog and mist and death. But even beyond that, with these terrible waves and swells and fear in this protective wall, Thylea remained. Parts of her heart and spirit at the center of the island reached out and brushed against her mad husband's mind, soothing his tortured spirit with a soft caress. He turned that grief into purpose. He bound himself to what was left of her with a vow to become the ward and protector. And thus the lands of Thylea were born. But that's not the end. Because in the beginning, only the islands of Thylea populated by harmless plants and gentle animals, flora and fauna of the reflection of the nurturing spirit of the mother goddess. But one day, the tree at the center of the island, well, it blossomed. I'm going to do my best to draw, so bear with me. Wrong tool. There we go. With 7 strange fruit. And this has never been seen before. Odd, strange things. Each the size of a boulder, they shimmered and pulsed with vibrant, shifting color, almost as if alive. Seeing the templess bounty sprouting from the branches, Kentabane reached from the ocean and plucked. Let me see if I can get these. Come on, work with me. I drew all of you. At least I drew one of you. Reached from the ocean and drew all of these from her boughs. As he plucked them, though, their true nature revealed themselves, not just shimmery fruits, but spiked and hard. And as the Titan grasped all of them, his blood mixed as he cast them all into the sea. But as they were cast, they didn't just sink, they floated on the waves, bobbing up and down. Offended by this, he clutched them again, and the spikes buried deep, drawing blood once more, but he buried them deep into the muddy bottom of the surface of the ocean floor in fury. The next morning, they floated once again, back to the surface. Before Kentmain could seize them again, they burst open, and the children of Thylea and Kentmain sprang forth into existence. The 100-headed god stared in wonder at his offspring, 8 titans born from the fruits of Thylea's tree. You see happiness, joy, abundance grow in the heart of this mother. Each of the first 6 pits had incubated a single child blessed with different attributes drawn from one of their parents: strength, beauty, wisdom, craft, prophecy, and swiftness. As these 6 titans grew from children into adults, very quickly each became a demigod representing the aspect of their parentage and they most embodied most. Words. But the final one, the final one held 2 pits from the 7th. And you do not know the names of these inherently, but you know the feel of them. Twin titans. One of his father's raging fury as he became the god of time and lord of storms. And the sister, though, embodied the mother's stillness and calm, but without the compassion or gentleness. A lady of dreams and death, Lutheria. But Kentamain did not know what his offspring would do and the works they would accomplish. For the 6 titans were busy while their twins were growing, each one of them creating these incredible races: centaurs, satyrs, nymphs, who quickly spread to populate the island. Teleus, god of crafting, firstborn of his siblings, gathered them all together and put them to craft. Only Sidon and Lutheria, his youngest, refused, for they were unified by the powerful bond and did not feel empty as the others did. Sidon and Lutheria saw the creations, the people, the folks that you now know as the native races. They looked at them with contempt, bitter, resentful, and isolated themselves from the others. And well, you watch as Sion's temper turns more and more tempestuous from the eyes of the mother, and you see Lutheria as her presence of death, it gets ever closer to her mind. And you see that sitting so close to the void changes someone when they don't have compassion in their heart. And that what you're feeling right now is not anger. You know your own feelings towards the Titans. They are your own, and they are sacred, and they are not being touched right now, but you feel this other presence imparting upon you that she's not angry at her children for what comes next, but just begging for you to show the same forgiveness that she knows that she can, for she has the capacity, because she knows that her children were doomed to be the way they are because of their births, and that is her fault. And she's willing to shoulder that, if you are willing to also relieve that blame. Because you see Lutheria approach the leader of the Titans, her brother, and challenge him to create a new race, one greater than all the others, to dwell on her island. Teleus, of course, smothered by this and frankly very interested in the challenge, created something, though they were too industrious, too hive-minded, too incredibly wicked. They would spread from their isolated home and consume all of the lands, and that could not be allowed. The other Titans, and indeed Kentamane himself, were furious at the leader of the Titans, and you see that while Thylea maintained her silence. She is forever saddened to know that Talius's power was stripped of him and given to Sidon for his transgression, and the folly of the Titan will remain a stain on the lands of Thylea forever. And she shows you that somewhere deep down in the Nether Sea, her son still lives. But you see that the second son, god of strength, valor, tries to challenge the two of them, but with the new power that Sidon requires, he's bested the challenger and imprisoned him and beneath his great tower, chaining him so that the full weight of the building is pressing down upon him forever. The remaining four, though, they flee. They try to hide and trap and trick where they can. But some tried to get Eleutheria in the Nether Sea. But as soon as they touched land there, a trap was sprung and death filled the air, harming all of them except the most swift. Chelsea, you hear a name call out into your minds. That was the fastest of all the Titans, embodied the speed of godhood itself, and she was able to run and hide deep in the earth. But Sidon and Eleutheria knew she was there, and so broke earth and land, and slowly, one corridor at a time, you watch as a cell of stone magma is built around the final daughter. And now there are only two children left. The twin Titans, who are all that remain. One seed consumed the rest. And for that, Thylea is so sorry. But the final thing you get is a message of hope. That she knows that she can provide and be a source and watchful, silent guardian where she can. And she knows that what exists in her can be given to you, and you can be what changes things. That while her children have failed her, and she has failed her children, and vice versa, and by extension she has failed all of you, you can make the difference. You can be that which makes this land what it once was again. A safe place, a place of creation and beauty, and soothe her husband's heart, and perhaps, she motions, and this is more of a feeling again, you feel that vast horizon for a brief moment, perhaps even open up. But just as quickly as this faded in, vision also fades out. And you're back. This grove here.
That was surreal.
That's one word for it.
don't know if I've ever heard it told that way before.
The histories, as everyone knows them now, do not speak of the other 6. Only the 2 are known. You alone might be the only ones to truly know of the entrapped, dead, and entombed siblings of the Twin Titans and the power that's been stolen from them. Silent as they are now. But you still stand in the presence of the heart of all of Thylea.
I never expected this.
What do we do with this?
I was just about to ask the same thing. If 6 of their siblings couldn't stop the 2 of them, how do we?
Well, 2 were stripped, and 3 were killed with traps and
I think Calliope's point still stands.
Titans.
Yeah, like what do we do with all of that? Do we do it alone? Do we try to go find these lost siblings? Do we just assume that we got this? And she's gonna glance at the multiple eggs that have shown up. And I don't know, maybe the dragons will help us if they get big enough. I mean, I hope you all get big enough. And she's going to hand a piece of apple to the dragon.
Chomps on it gladly and give you a big, sweet apple lick.
where these other titans do not seem to forge together like we are. It seemed if this is her, of all of them, where she stayed silent, she does not wish to necessarily do that again. It seems she's offering to help stop.
She's offering the knowledge of what took place. Do you think she will help?
If for no other reason why she called me here.
I mean, it could be with the nameless god who was able to really get close to you in a volcano, and the mention of a certain titan of swiftness encapsulated by lava.
Oh man, we have to go back. We have to backtrack. What is this?
How do we get to the center of the earth?
Jump in the hole.
But perhaps the knowledge that there are other existing titans that have just been, debilitated or otherwise, they could be useful in your battles. They might be hindrances. It's no telling. It's been eons, perhaps years, centuries since they've had their power. But the the history of the land, the true history of Thylea.
If I remember correctly, DeFer's going to look around. It was encased in lava and in the Nether Sea, Nether Deep, Nether Ocean.
Nether Sea, yeah.
Deep Ocean.
And you know, all to get there, you need the...
To get through. Yep.
Where do we find that? Is the other problem.
Well, I suppose... You could try and commune again, I suppose, because it is, assumedly if it's on an island somewhere, you would assume that Thylea would know about it.
Mm-hmm.
I will put a hand to the great oak.
Alright.
And, call out to her.
Basically, this is going to function like a divination spell. In this case. Give me a second here. You are going to be you are going to be shown an image of an island. Shocking, I know. But it is under the star sign. Let me just confirm this really quick. Oh my gosh, okay. Yes. You are shown that it is under the sign of the Gigan.
Someone please write that down because I'll forget.
Yep, got it.
Isle of Yonder, where you see a great force has been accumulated there.
Butt cheeks.
Perhaps that's a prediction of, Gaius is not so wrong.
I thought we learned that at some point.
You know that the Order of Sidon is on the Isle of Yonder, yes.
Well, no, I think, didn't someone say, at the very beginning that,
Gaius
took the...
Yeah, Gaius
okay,
and the Order of Sidon, yeah.
Am I metagaming?
No, you
okay,
are remembering correctly
I remember
here.
correctly.
But yeah.
That adds a lot more to do with so little time remaining. I feel our time has gotten even shorter.
52 days currently remain in the Oath of Peace.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose all we can do is all we can do.
There's always the idea of going back, trying to get in touch with the Titan encased in lava, if we wanted to, I suppose.
Well, I'm not sure how.
Well, for that matter, going into the deep depths isn't exactly a positive how either.
They do feel like pretty important possible allies.
That's for certain.
Be hard to do. From what you saw, that's very deep magma vaults, and certainly not impossible, though.
Well, it gives us at least more precise location of one of them. Can keep our eyes open for whatever might help us get them out.
Eliana, you look like your brain is moving.
My brain.
I'm trying to figure things out. Is there anything else you can tell us that might help with stopping the twins? I ask the tree.
You're shown flickers of who the Titans are. Tempestuous and haunted and estranged and yet bound together. They are imperfect beings with divine levels of power, meaning that despite how strong they may seem, there are going to be flaws. You're shown that their failings are that which they were born with. They are bound by who they are, but you're not. That's your ultimate advantage.
They will never be more than they are now. I think we have much to consider on the way back. Is there any other way anyone can think of the tree being helpful at the moment? Do you know of Dragon Hatching Tree?
Well, shoot, why didn't you ask before? No.
Is this why you called me here?
I didn't call you. But
similar.
You sense a connection to this tree that might be more direct.
Okay. Misinterpretation as a character.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. Are you asking how you interpret it as a character, or were you just saying you
No,
misinterpreted
I
it as
was
character?
saying that I misinterpreted it as a
All
character.
good. Yeah, no. You weren't called so much as you were advised to go there by someone close to you. Someone who you feel this connection to now through this.
Yeah.
But yeah. What's the move, folks?
I think we go back, we recover, fill our stores, and we keep our eyes open for anything that can help us get below the lava, below the depths.
Odyssey.
Yes to all.
Yee.
And then we see where that leads. Because no matter where we have to go or what it takes to do it, the Titans have to fall very soon.
Why does everyone make me a perception check really quick?
You're eaten by a group.
25.
8.
Solid 2.
Oh no,
Theranos.
just can't see anything.
Eliana and Calliope, and Leo. Wait, 24 now, that's from earlier.
8.
Eliana and Calliope, you're able to spot movement in the grove to the south of you all, like below you all, seemingly blocking your way back as a large golden lion, imagine it's gold, will approach towards you all and seem to prepare itself and postulate itself as if waiting for your move.
What?
Aw.
Give it a wide berth.
You also know from your role, Eliana, that it is not alone. You see movement in various other spots, though not of gold.
I'll call out, watch yourselves. The pride's here. And I don't know what the intent is, but it is a lie.
Maybe this
Sure.
is what happens to outsiders.
They seem to be waiting their turn.
It seems like maybe y'all should roll me some initiative.
Yeah.
Mm,
They seem violent.
didn't go through. What the hell?
And let me reveal the full score here.
There.
Oh my god, there's so many.
There's a bunch
Lion.
of Tana lions, and then there's a big one.
There's lionesses.
Lion.
Oh, no bullbug here.
So powerful. Bulldog, no.
He wasn't allowed to come check out the cool tree.
Oh.
Nope.
Turk, I tried to select my token to put my initiative with it, but it didn't work, so it's a 22.
Well, that's weird because there's two Calliopes. Oh, I didn't clear from last time. Here, wait.
I was like, huh?
Y'all, roll again, and if it's lower, you can just, use your initials again.
Oh,
But if it's higher,
it's even better.
Oh yeah, we're all doing great now.
If it's higher, it's fine. Not messed up. Okay.
Why is yeah, that's right. Why is Aslan coming up in here?
Not the Jesus lion.
It
Yes.
wants to eat you.
The Jesus allegory lion comes up to the world tree.
Oh
No
no.
fucking Yggdrasil.
Alright, Defera, you're up first.
We're missing a few people.
Hello, I'm here.
Oh,
yeah, I'm
wait,
gone.
yeah, wait, where is your...
I'm gone.
Roll 20. Here,
What'd you do to me?
I didn't do anything.
9.
Alright, you're 9, that's your official.
Yeah.
Leo, what was
Yeah,
yours?
official.
Oh, I was
You were at 13?
13, yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me do this and do it right. Okay, cool. Defera, you're up first.
That's cool. I thought I had a few minutes to figure it out, but now roll 20 doesn't look right. And I don't understand. Everything's gone. I'm such a boomer. How do I now choose distances or see distances?
On the left, there is a thing that looks like a measuring stick. It's under the cloud.
But
It kind
mine
of looks
doesn't
like a
have a
cone.
measuring stick. It has... Oh, I had to make it bigger. Okay. Just kidding. Oh my god, they change everything around and that's the worst for somebody like me.
It's all
Yeah,
fine.
UI is a whole thing.
Okay. So, Defera's just gonna shout to Eliana. So, like, there's for sure no talking ourselves out of this one. We're for sure having to kill these things in front of the important god tree. And then she's just gonna toll the dead.
Alright, on which one?
The one that's just in front of her, the golden.
Big guy?
Yeah, that's
Alright.
the one. To be fair, I think she sees the fastest.
Wisdom save, right?
Correct.
10, which I don't think passes.
Does not. Boop 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 boop.
Wait, it hasn't taken damage. So is that still 2d12?
No.
Oh.
I accidentally clicked. Hang on, let me open it. If the target is missing any of its hit points, it takes 1d12. So it is 2d8 instead.
Alright.
Not.
Well, that's higher damage.
Sorry, friend.
No, you're fine. So that will do some damage, and you'll watch as its bones weaken. Eliana, though.
Oh wow. I'm usually never this soon. What is this?
I know.
Well, I didn't really want to fight lions in the garden. But here we are. I'm gonna go hang out with these lions. Oh wow.
Sorry. Alright, hanging out with some lions.
Mm-hmm.
Metal album coming full then. Alright, go for it. What is she doing?
I assume they are aggressive.
Yeah? Oh no, they want to fight. They want to bite.
Alright. 26 to hit for 9.
That'll be 9. You thrust in with your spear.
And then we'll do the other side. 12
12 will still hit.
for 8.
Bop! I'm assuming this front one here.
Yes.
Yeah, so you basically charge in and then boop, bop it back. Knocking this one, like, frazzling it a bit and causing it to back off slightly. But anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No.
Alright, Calliope.
Oh, okie dokie. Gonna do my old 1-2, the original setup. I'm gonna go ahead. Can I still think? Okay. I want to go ahead and cast Bane on these 3, so like the right handmost 3. So could I get some charisma save?
Well, lions are famously very charismatic.
I don't know, they're a charismatic species, like
That's fair.
ecologically.
So we've
but,
got a
you
4,
know.
a 3, and a 19 on a natural 20.
Holy shit. Wait, what were the first 2?
4 and a 3.
Okay, yeah, no, those failed, but the 19 succeeds.
Yeah,
Okay. 2 of them are Bane.
Okay. I'll say this lioness is very charismatic.
Hey, like, listen, all I'm saying is, like, there's a reason they're on, like, all the posters and stuff.
They're very marquee, that's fair.
Charismatic species.
Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay. Lion number 1, not deterred by a bit of damage, is going to try and come in with a claw for a 23 to hit Eliana.
23.
I know.
Damn.
God damn, yeah, that hits.
Rolled an 18 to be fair, so 9 slashing damage. And this one's gonna come around and do a good old surprise flank and try to bite you. 14 though, I don't think is gonna connect.
No. Fuck you.
Okay. This one is going to move up and I gotta like do a little bit of drawing check here real quick.
No, it has a balance, doesn't it?
What? Yes.
I
What?
play a druid. I know these stat blocks like the back of my hand.
It does have a pounce, so it's going to make a claw attack, 17 to hit.
Cool. Wait. Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so that's going to be 8 slashing, and I need a strength saving throw.
Okay, let me do the damage first. Strength save. Oh, no!
Alright, that's a little short of the DC, so it is going to get to knock you prone.
It's fine.
And it'll bite you.
No, don't bite me.
17 again, so that'll still hit for 5 more piercing damage.
Okay.
As you watch as this thing leaps up towards you and pounces down onto Calliope before sinking its teeth in. This one is also going to move up here and try and get a swipe in.
Oh my god.
Claw. Just 12 to hit.
That won't hit.
Alright, just need to check. Let's have these two move in. One for Defera and one for Threnos, both pouncing up.
Great.
24 to hit Defera and a 24 to hit Threnos. Is mine broken? Let me... Okay, never mind, it's not. Alright, I can roll lower.
Yeah.
My DC is 45.
Okay, so 7 on Defera, to 7 slashing to Defera and 9 slashing to Threnos. Both of you make me strength saving throws.
That's not a thing I'm good at.
17, you're fine. 5, you are prone, Threnos, so you're also going to get a fight attack for
Awesome.
15 against your AC.
That'll hit.
Okay, that will be 10 more piercing damage.
Awesome.
Hit y'all with the prone. Okay, but that is the lion, so it's Leo's turn. Leo, you and your dragon buddy are ready for action, I hope.
Yes.
I was born yesterday, and I'm ready to kill somebody.
No, I'm gonna let them hang out back for a little bit.
Well, I mean, the dragon wormling is ready to fight.
Uh-huh. Well, I have to teach you how to fight.
It is. This is the best place, I'd say. It has a breath weapon, you know.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get into position and try to hit this lion.
All right, swing for the fences.
Yes. I don't like. Oof! I'm just rolling terrible. 10
10 will not connect.
and 15.
15 will.
Awesome.
That's with the javelin of lightning, though. Did you mean to do a longsword?
Oh shoot! That was.
Well, you rolled damage to the longsword, so it's fine. I mean,
Okay.
You'd technically be a 16 with your roll.
That would
So
be a little bit high. Yes, that's what I was
13
trying to do.
damage on that will absolutely give a bloody swath across that, and that's a dang bloody lion. Any movement from your dragon?
For my dragon,
They're like-
well, no, it's in range, so I think I will just leave him there, and then
You can bite.
I don't have the stats for that.
It is in the allies section under unnamed baby dragon. You should be able to control and roll it.
Oh, glitch click.
So
There we go.
unnamed baby dragon up at the top.
Yep, and then bite. Cool.
Click bite.
Click bite.
There
There
it
we
is. 14 will connect against against which foe?
Oh, the one on
Tefera.
Hera.
All right, that will connect. Hit the I think it's attack for damage. You can just click on the chat
Oh, just click on the check. Boom.
for
Five.
5. All right, it bites onto that dragon's tail, and you hear a yip from your foe.
Sweet. And then
Anything else you'd like to do on your turn? But I think that might be it.
I was trying to double check my shield bash if I can find it again.
Bonus action, athletics
Yeah.
against the foe.
Take an action. You can try to shove a creature. Yeah. So we try to shove this lion off Threnos.
Okay. Competing athletics checks.
Athletics. Please hit. 18.
18 will definitely beat what I rolled, so you want to move him back?
Yep.
All right,
That's
there
perfect.
you go.
Cool.
All right, Golden Lion's turn. this golden lion will give itself a big launch over here towards the nearest foe, jumping up on the rock, and will try and give a big old slash towards Ileana.
Oh, it's coming within my threat radius?
It is.
Oh, cool. I'm going to use my reaction to beat its face in.
Okay.
Damn.
Well,
Give it a roll.
Don't come into my safe space.
I'm concerned by how much Threnos is.
25.
I know the measuring.
Turned off so you couldn't see it.
Well, we can see it, unfortunately.
I see
Sorry,
everything.
I thought I had it. I thought I had it on off.
25 for 11 will hit, and you feel that this normally would be a very resistant creature to battering and bruising, but your mithril managed to bypass that. As it's going to come in, though, and as you come up and knop its snout up, it pulls the claw far from itself and rolls a natural 1, putting it over off to the side. And so, yeah, it can't make any more attacks against you. Threnos, you're up.
Thurnos will scamper away backwards. He'll stand up and take 2 steps back. And then he will yell, Eliana, brace yourself.
What?
And I am going to cast a Thunder Sphere. He is going to start beating his wings, and wind is going to start to swirl around him. It'll whip through the leaves of the trees and create a 20-foot in diameter windstorm that is going to get right against the edge of Calliope. So 20 feet diameter is 40, or 20 feet radius is 40 feet in diameter, which is going to get all of them.
Yeah.
I do need a circle because it stays.
Oh, okay.
So if you would not, oh wait, I can make circles.
If you want to make a circle. But what do you need me to make saves for while you're making a circle?
Unfortunately, it's strength saves.
Well,
there's going to be a bunch of them, and there's 2 Banes out there. So,
there it is.
Oh shit! I gotta roll concentration. We might not have it. Hold on. It was what, 2 hits? I think it was 2 hits.
Yeah, 2 hits.
So,
looking for a
okay,
DC 15.
Yep, 15's what they're looking for. Trying to move my circle and can't select it.
Drawing is a little hard, but like this, right?
Crap, I moved Eliana.
I think I got it.
How did you do that?
That's about right. I have no idea. I think that's about right. I measured exactly.
It's like something like that. I think you wanted. All right, so.
Oh yeah, it's only a foot.
Nice.
Wider.
It's fine. So there's only one lion who made their save. The golden lion didn't, so it's going to use one of its legendary resistances to pass.
Okay.
Welcome to level 7. What is this? What are we looking at here?
All right. It is a concentration spell. The sphere remains for the spell's duration. Each creature in the sphere, when it appears or that ends its turn, must succeed a strength saving throw or take 2d6. So those that failed take 9 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Everything in the sphere is difficult terrain.
All right, that's no good. But
until the spell ends, I can use my bonus action to make some lightning appear. So that was my standard action. For my bonus action, a lightning bolt from within the sphere is going to crack outward, and I'm going to try and catch one of the... No, I don't have to. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to hit one of the 2 on Calliope.
Okay.
If either looks more hurt than the other.
They both look equally hurt.
All right, then
the ones on Calliope.
the one just on the edge, then.
All right, the one that actually had pounced on Calliope.
Yes, so that is a. I have to roll a d20 spell with my spell attack. Crap, spell attack.
Oh, it's not the 46. Oh.
Jesus Christ.
I'm stealing a verse for that.
Okay.
Something good has to come out of this.
So you try and pull the thunder, but you can't quite.
This is new to me. I don't know how to control it, and the
cracks and arcs off into the forest.
Lightning cracks outward, and yes, there is general rage and upsetness everywhere.
All right. Well, Defera, you're up in the action.
As the lightning cracks, she's gonna flinch a little bit and go, "Fuck, Threnos!"
I don't know how to aim this.
Yeah, I see that. You're doing great, bud. Just watch where you're aiming that thing. And she's gonna... what is she gonna do? She's gonna do, green... She's gonna cast... Well, it's a cantrip, but the green flame blade on her... Green flame! On her quarterstaff.
Gotcha.
So she will attempt to thwack the one standing immediately in front of her here. This guy? This one?
25 will absolutely connect.
Hey. So it takes its regular damage plus its extra dangage.
There's a lot of ding-dang dangage coming my way, I assume.
Don't feel dimmadome.
These dangages. That's that dangage. And then, hang on, let me read this again. Bop, 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 bop. An extra, okay. There we go. That's the second dangage.
So what was the first damage? I didn't quite see it populate here.
I don't know why, but it rolled it on my D&D Beyond. So it was 6 in the little chat on D&D Beyond, specifically for some reason.
No worries.
That's where it showed up. And then 4 more for the extra D8.
10 damage coming in on this person, on this lioness. Absolutely will get it bloodied and looking rough.
Yeah, that's not the one that, like, the color follows it around, is it? I don't remember.
Nope. No, the green flame blade would be, if there was someone else near it, it would jump over.
Check. Okay, and then bonus action. Nothing else.
Bonus action, nothing in particular. I like it. Eliana Legid, you're in a tough spot.
Tony read the spell and messaged me. I tried to lightning bolt a lion that was inside the wind, so I get advantage on the attacks if they're inside the sphere.
All right, roll me it.
So as long as this doesn't suck, Tony saved the day.
24. Okay, how much damage is going into this poor lion?
That's the 4d6.
Okay, so that's
the 12 lightning
12?
damage.
All right, that is a lioness that is barely holding on here.
Okay, thank you, Tony.
Alright, so do I take this damage at the beginning of my turn?
End of your turn, if you are still in that sphere, you have to make a strength saving throw or the whipping winds hurt you for 2d6.
Ugh.
It is difficult terrain.
Also,
Sorry, I put you in a little bit of a spot, but there are
Literally
a lot of lions
the worst.
over there.
Well, fuck.
Threw him into the lion's den.
I locked him in the lion's den. Locked her in the lion's den.
Hate this. Alright, old reliable.
It's time for the Radiant Spirit Guardians. We know it well. Okay.
It actually
There they
rolled really well
go.
damage, too.
A 9 and an 8. And another 8 for the golden lion. I'm gonna pop my second legendary resistance to bypass that and say yes instead.
Ooh.
No, wait, no, I'm not. It's only 19 damage. Should be fine. But 19 damage is more than that lioness can take, and it's definitely more than that lioness can take.
Oh, this is even better. Now I have to worry about only one attack of opportunity.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if this connects because my golden lion rolled a natural 20.
Fuck. I don't have that going, so I don't think I can negate that. pain, pain, pain.
All right. So that is going to be because of the special properties of the Golden Lion. 32 damage.
Holy shit. Ouch, my body.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'd like to raise my hand and interject that this morning I rolled a D12.
No, you didn't, Chris. Don't you do this to me. No! No!
That roll with a 13.
Yes.
I
Does a
don't.
13 hit, Eliana?
Well, does a 13 plus 11.
Got
I
it.
Yes, I will hit.
Okay.
That's not a crit.
It'll hit, but it's not a crit,
That's
which
it.
still means it's 20 slashing damage.
Okay. That's more manageable.
Definitely more manageable.
But I lost the spirit jottings.
Jeez.
But I mean, they did what
They
they were
did
supposed
their
to do.
they did their work. They killed two.
The Golden Lion strikes, and you pull the strings of fate and saw this coming, and you know that Eliana will be safe as you shout out to bring her shield just up a little bit higher, and you manage to stave off the worst of this strike as getting your way out of there. As it's Calliope's turn.
Okie dokie. Man, I gotta get these lions away from me. And I had just the spell to do it. Kind of using, whatever, like, even just being on the very edge of this, stormy sphere, I'm going to go ahead and cast a 3rd level Thunder Wave, just kind of in the direction of these two.
Alright.
15-foot, cube, so...
Yeah, you can get them both.
Yeah. I
Con
need to con
saves.
save.
Push them deeper in.
Okay, I've got a 16 and a 9 here.
Yeah, the 16 will make it.
Okay,
but
well, it might
that
not
one-
matter because one of them got zapped pretty hard. Like,
One of the two is under Bane.
No, I lost concentration.
Oh, you lost it.
Okay.
Lost
Sorry.
concentration.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
'Cause I rolled an 8 concentration check.
Oof.
the true
Man.
Baldur's Gate 3 experience.
Yeah. Okay, let me roll it.
Hit me with your thunder wave.
Take
Oh!
half damage and not get thrown back, and then the other one takes full.
Well, again, the one that made it save didn't have a lot of health at the beginning. Yeah,
Holy crap.
18 damage will absolutely clear you of your lioness problem.
Very good. I'm also going to get up.
Yes, no longer prone.
Very good.
Dude,
Um,
blast these lions back. The lioness is like crumpling and hitting the water, and you can get yourself up.
okay. And that is, yeah, that's all I can do for now. So I'm just gonna stay put.
All right. Next up is what few lions I have remaining. This one's gonna come up and try and strike at Leo. This one's gonna try and return the favor to Farah. Claw coming at you, Leo, is 11. Claw coming to Farah is 9. I don't think either of those are gonna connect. Well, who needed my turn anyway? Leo.
Going to attack him again and just make him go away. Hopefully. 18.
Yeah, an 18 will hit.
And then features. Sorry, I'm trying to do a smite.
You're
There it
good.
is.
I
Oh.
figured this was coming.
It's supposed to be 2 when you hit.
Should be an ace and then a D8 on top of that.
Okay, boom. Oh. And then I did not roll damage.
Oh, I'll tell you that's 13 damage already, so... As you
Sweet.
bring down this perfect amount of energy into this lion, it basically ceases to be a threat as soon as your blade even connects, as the power transfers into it.
Great. And then I'm gonna have my little baby do a little bite real quick.
Yeah, 21 from the baby will absolutely hit. Baby's a menace. Baby biting.
Oh, for 8 piercing.
Oh, dangerously close to getting baby's first kill. Baby's first combat casualty.
Yeah, so I have another attack, so I'm just gonna hopefully finish him off. Oh, I miss. 11.
I'll give you a +2 for flanking, which will make it a hit in this case.
Nine.
Yeah, no, this Linus is basically done from the start.
Good job. You did a good job. You did this all yourself.
Basically, you
help.
pick and pull. It pulls at the tail long enough for you to get in and get a slice in the hindquarters, chopping in and felling the beast. It's going to be the Golden Lion's turn. He's going to look at you, Eliana, and know a taunt when it sees one. And turn and though it's difficult terrain,
Difficult terrain.
It is quite a movement. It's going to leap and jump as it still has 50 feet of movement. I think it can make that. It was like here to here. Yeah. No, it's going to make it here and try and pounce at Threnos. You know how this works, Threnos.
Uh-huh.
That's a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
I need you to make a strength save, Threnos. You're going to take 20 slashing damage.
God. I failed my strength save.
Yeah, you did.
And 20 damage. Play changes. Constitution save. 8.
Oh, it's still up.
Okay. And
Does a 13 hit you?
13 is exactly enough to hit me.
God.
24 piercing.
Threnos goes unconscious and the storm dissipates.
No.
As this giant golden lion leaps through the storm, comes down, blasts Threnos into the water, and then, as he just basically Revenant style chucks and throws it nearly into the tree, but rather back into the pond here, as I'm going to put you in defense mode for a moment. Threnos, why don't you GM whisper me? Or just,
No!
no.
I hate
Here, what?
Perfect. You see it, I see it.
I want to see it.
Wouldn't you? Tefera, you have a big lion behind you. And the storm is
Threnos
on.
got thrown away from me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got picked up and chucked by a lion.
Feels bad, man. Am I gonna... Tefera's going to shout into the ether before making her attack. I have an ability to get him out of here, but not with this motherfucker right in front of me. Just to give everybody a heads up that she could get Threnos to safety. But I need to get away from this guy first. So if somebody wants to do healing first, that might be smarter, because fuck. And then she's gonna try to attack it.
You got this, Tefera.
Okay. And she's going to... And again, not sure where. Yeah, okay. So, right here, where that dot was, I'm gonna ping it right here.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Shatter.
Alright. Sounds like a con save for me.
Yeah. I feel like
That's a 7.
great.
I think I have to use my, no, I'm gonna save it, because I know y'all have bullshit.
Okay. Well,
Son of a bitch.
I'm gonna do its original, and then I'll do this many.
16. Damn. Alright, a big blast of energy puts this up, lion, and you see it take kind of special effort to brace itself to not hit the tree here. But you definitely have got it bloodied. Anything else on your turn, or is it Eliana Legid time?
Really quickly, hang on. I'm double checking something else. I was clicking around. Well, I just want to make sure it's not an action. Oh, it is an action.
I'm sorry.
Womp womp. I was gonna try to hide in plain sight, but never mind.
Eliana motherfrickin' Legid.
Alright. Gonna run up here. On this little fucking lion.
Mm-hmm. You're sick of these motherfucking lions and this motherfucking tree. This motherfucking grove.
And unfortunately, Thranos was too far away for me to use Visions of Danger.
God dang it, Thranos.
So we're just gonna shank.
Okay, shank away.
Uh,
11 won't do it. You try to strike the hide of this, but it's too hard. Literally golden. Deflecting even your magical spear's attempt to thrust.
I'm now remembering you might need fight. It's the lion from the Hercules. 19 to hit?
No, you almost feel like you managed to dent into that thing, but still, just the tiniest bit more effort might be needed.
Bro, this is for real, that fucking lion.
This is a lion made of gold. They don't mess around.
Alright. That sucks. That's my turn.
Alright. Calliope, you're up.
Okay. Seeing how this thing is acting, I don't like where I am at the moment.
That's fair.
So I'm gonna make it around this tree. I measured it out. It's 30 feet, so I won't have any more movement after this. Though I'm gonna be like kind of over here. A little bit better, a little bit more of a barrier between me and that thing. I'm gonna bonus action healing word. And let's go ahead and we'll do a third level. That's fine. That is 14 healing. And then, I don't know what I'm gonna say to viciously mock this thing. I want to use vicious mockery on it. Jesus Lion was better. Take a wisdom save.
Okay. 14.
That fails, so I'm gonna take some damage. 4 psychic damage, and disadvantage on the next attack roll.
You see it reeled back. You dare walk a king in his own kingdom?
Wait, did he actually say that?
Yes, no, it's common in Sylvan.
Oh, I wasn't expecting him
You
to
decimate my pride! I will have you for a meal! And, Clyde, anything else left you?
That's literally all I can do.
Alright, cool. Leo, you got the personification of maybe Jesus and the lion. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I never read the one, which is in the wardrobe. I only saw the movies, and all I remember is Beaver and Santa.
Cool. I am gonna go get up in its face and do some heavy attacks.
Give it a hearty whack. 21 will connect.
Awesome.
You gonna be smiting?
I will be smiting. So regular attack. So 9, and then my divine smite. And so yeah, 19 for that first attack.
All right, looking weary.
Then I'm gonna 18 for my second attack.
Not quite gonna do it.
No.
No.
Oh,
No,
damn.
no, I hit a 19 and it didn't go.
Fun. All right, yeah. So that is little guy is gonna go protect his new friend.
Okay. The lion's turn. He is going to go ahead and try and bat Leo back because he wants to get to it. But I believe that's a vicious mockery, if I recall, should do disadvantage, which is going to make this a... Jeez Louise, this thing guy's fucking buff. 26.
Still hits.
Okay. 20 slashing damage.
Ooh, I am very beat up.
It's going to knock you back. I don't know how to tell you this, but I looked on the sheet. It said the lion always does maximum damage. But that's its turn. Threnos, you're up.
Wait,
Oh, wait, you're up?
I'll use my vision of danger to go up and heal.
Oh, perfect. All right. You do some healing, and Threnos, you're awake.
Thurnos will
Garbage healing. There you
look
go.
around at everyone and stand up. That hurt. And then I'm going to Tasha's Mind Whip the lion. So an intelligence save, please.
Okay. 8.
That is insufficient. 12 damage.
Legendary resistance.
God damn it.
It's 2 out of 3. I mean, 2 out of what?
No, that's 3 out of 3 then. You dodged mine, you dodged the Spirit Guardians, and then you dodged Tasha's Mind Whip.
Well, he didn't.
I took the Spirit Guardian damage.
Okay. Then instead, I guess I will. Crap. I will quicken a Mind Sliver.
Okay. Is that another intel save?
Yep, intelligence save, please.
I cannot roll for the life of me, but that's a 3. I'll take that 5 damage.
5 damage, and then subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes.
Gotcha. Brain hurty. Alright, back to the top of the round. Defera, this line's looking mighty weak, but it's still hide as tough as all hell.
Yep.
Aim for the brain, its brain is soft.
It's made of bad meat.
Yeah, her eyes will roll in the back of her head. She'll open her mouth. A bunch of disgusting cicada-looking bugs will fly out of it. All of the Mummy, the hit 1990 movie, The Mummy. And she'll cast Infestation, which is a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 9.
Ta.
Oh my god.
So, that'll be 2 d6, and then it has to move away in a direction that I'm hoping will be good for us.
Okay. Right now it has to make a move? Or on
And it
its turn?
also takes 1d6 poison damage.
Okay.
And then it has to move at least 5 feet. Hang on. 3 is east.
So it has to do this on right now or on its turn? It just says, like, it doesn't say on its
It
turn.
just says roll a d4. This movement doesn't provoke
Okay.
opportunity attacks. So if the direction rolled is blocked, the target doesn't move. So it doesn't.
Okay. It backs up and away. Giving you all some room. Eliana,
Yes.
it's your go. Unless Defera has anything else. Sorry, I didn't check. Alright. Eliana, you're up. Strike hard, strike fast.
God, I wish. It's a real rough. Up here. And that doesn't hit.
No. Need a little boost. 27.
That'll hit.
So,
You're really good
first
with the flat.
strike doesn't quite dig in, and so you pull back and switch the flat head of it as this lion is shaking its head to and from about. You bring it down with a final clunk onto its skull as you feel that bone and metal crack in one strange twist, and the lion drops.
Thank God.
Yeah.
As you once again are surrounded by the sounds of nature.
Jafara's gonna eat an apple. Wildly.
Absolutely, potion of healing. It's
Throw me.
immediate sound of.
Throw me one of those.
I will toss an apple.
It hits your
To-
head, you take 15 damage, you're out cold again.
Yeah, every time you eat an apple, it's 2d4 plus 2 hit points.
How many can I eat before I get sick?
There is no end. They are delicious.
I'm going to
And
insert
It's-
that shrimp song.
How many should
You have to eat.
No,
until
you
make
gotta
your
turn
skin
purple.
turn pink.
There
I
you
eat
go.
3.
Perfect.
3 apples.
There are apples aplenty. But I will say, as we're getting a little late into the evening, our time, you are able to, if you wish, drag this golden lion out with you, along with the other lions, to be skinned, and you will have yourselves a golden fleece unlike any unto seen before.
It seems wrong to just leave it to waste.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get back and just the campsite is already bristling with cookery and activity as the roots, vegetables, and wild animals of this place are being, made into a veritable feast upon your return. The sight of a giant lion skin is a further reason for rejoicing, as others have reported the strange and wonderful creatures of this place. Some even having similarly down to what you all might recognize as a giant boar, which they propose they cook now in honor and remembrance of your initial adventures. But I would say as the feast and enjoyment begins and the kind of relaxation on the isle of the shores of the Golden Heart kind of set onto all of you, that you are told that with the ruined supplies that you had on the ship, staying on here for a day or two, well, it would help set your stores back to full, more so probably than they were before, and of high quality. If those apples are anything to go by, the others have, of course, found out their rejuvenating qualities and begun passing them out to the injured. So, if you're willing to take a 2-day break here, then by all means. If that's the word of the oracle's chosen, though.
Let's talk about it after we take a breath.
Right. Well-
Thranos is going to head to the water, kick off his sandals, peel off his clothes, and just dive in and float.
What a perfect way. Because as you all settle into relaxation, that is where we are going to call it for the evening. As we finish episode 19 of Odyssey of the Dragonlords. Thank you all so much for joining us. to give a brief shot of things to come below deck as sailors go about the wreckage and sequestered away bits and bobs and goods. They find a potion of deep petrification is spilled onto an unknowing source. What that will cause to happen, who knows? But we'll find out next time. And of course, thank you all so much for joining us. It has been an absolute pleasure to hang out and play. It's recording, so I kind of feel like, I'm just talking about players, which is exactly who I want to be talking to all the time when I say that. Why don't we go around the circle in the order we introduced ourselves and tell the people who you are, who you're playing tonight, and where we can find more of your exceptional work in the world if there is other places to find you. Starting, of course, with the beginner and ender of all beginnings, Comrade Crash. Dragon Daddy.
Dragon Daddy, indeed. I am Comrade Crash. Played Leo Dracos, the human paladin. Honestly, you can just find me on Twitter for a while, and I guess Instagram. And then just come back and keep watching us. Let me pass it on to Chrissy.
Hello, I'm Chrissy Crits. You can find me here, doing this, on rotating Mondays. And then on rotating Thursdays, you can see me doing other things. With another group, in a place that I'm not sure about yet. Heck, we'll figure it out. I'm not sure where we're playing, so we'll be around on Thursdays somewhere on the internet. DeFera will be here in 2 Mondays, skinny dipping with Threnos. Next, Heck.
Hello. There we go. Thank you, Discord. It's not lighting up. Hey everybody, it's me, Sir Heckalot. I'm here. I'm on your screen, and as per usual, tonight I played Calliope, the College of Epic Poetry Lord who walked the path of the Dragon Slayer. You can find me all over the internet at Sir Heckalot, including Twitch, Itch, I guess Twitter, Instagram. I'm all over the place. Just find me. It's the best place to figure out where I'm going to be in the TTRPG space next, because I tend to wander a lot and wear a lot of hats and do a lot of things. I do game design, video editing, graphic design stuff, and namely APs. So I'm not entirely sure when this episode is airing. You can generally find me around here, and Indoor Adventures, Singularity Roleplay, Enchanting Sorcery, a whole bunch of places. Just follow me on the socials, because I tend to not shut up about the places that I'm at. I think that's me. On over to HP.
Hello, I am the last hit point hero, and tonight I played Threnos, the Siren Sorcerer who walks the path of the Demi-Titan. He spent some time unconscious this time around, but got to use a cool-looking spell that, thanks to some sucky rolls, did pretty well, which I'm very happy for. Speaking of sucky rolls, that was the rest of the night, but you will find me Cold Hands, Warm Hearts in 2 weeks. That's about it. Otherwise, I'm on various Discords, and that's pretty much all that she wrote. Over to Nito.
Hey, that's me, Nito. I played Eliana. Probably, maybe, who knows. You can't find me per usual. I am the greatest at hide and seek, especially when no one seeks. So, got him. I will be back for our next installment of Odyssey of the Dragonlords. Otherwise, that's it. Move to Turk.
It is me, Turk, or Turk accented if you know the old ways. And I've had the honor to continue to be your GM for this session and all sessions before. Well, I had a bunch of shows this week, but we are participating in the strike for Gaza, so we are going to be pre-recording this and several other things this week. So in the future, look forward to, of course, this episode of Odyssey the Dragonlords, my next installment of Caravan of Cthulhu over on Lost Caravan. We're going to be playing the Derelict, which feels strangely appropriate to watch a bunch of rich people infight and suffer for it in the middle of the ocean. Then, of course, more By His Shadowed Peace, and when we get back to it, Blades in the Dark over on Lost Caravan as well. We've been having a little mini session in between with our Delta Green crew. It's been quite fun. Beyond that, Last Transmission on the 1st, and Oathsworn on the 5th, and then another session of Caravan of Cthulhu on the 6th, because I refuse to give myself a break. I'm doing it in small chunks now, where I do a little bit of not streaming, and then just a chunk of streaming, and then I do a little bit of not streaming, and honestly, it's better than when I just used to do all the streaming. But we have a bunch of really exciting stuff in the future, so of course, follow the folks you see here on social media to see what's going up. Follow me if you want to see more of my projects. Weird, but okay. Thank you so much for watching. You continue to, your input and love and support make this possible and awesome, and even more so than it already is. Of course, big shout out to our artists that we have. If you've seen those during the intros, intermissions, and endings here, incredibly talented folks. And if you are ever curious, I know a lot of them are taking commissions. I know Cyberella Draws is absolutely looking for commissions, so if you see some of the art there, I don't know, I'm just real excited. We've got 3 out of 5 players with Dragon Eggs, and it really feels like we're hitting a big step in this campaign, because I think I know where my players want to go next, but I guess we'll see then. In the meantime, remember that a mother's love is eternal, and you should call your mom if you're in that situation. I don't want to judge anything, but Mother Earth loves you more than anyone else. She'll live past all of us. Be good to the Earth. And that even the gods are bound by oaths and prophecy. Call Mother Earth. Commune with nature. That's my big message tonight. We'll see you next time after everyone's communed with Mother Nature. I'll know if you haven't. Hope you have a great time. Good night.